Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community. Folsom Lake Honda.
We have a change of pace on our programming schedule for local area football fans as we move back to the big house for community college football this evening on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Good evening and welcome to Hughes Stadium here at Sacramento City College. Along with Big Mike Johnson, I'm Will James. We welcome you aboard as tonight the host Panthers take on freewheeling Sierra College in Mike, what should be considered a game that is going to be wide open. The coaches are going to pull out all stops. Both teams are tied at 2-2. Lots of similarities between the two clubs.
Well, when you have an offense that's called the air raid offense, it kind of tells you that they're going to be throwing this ball all over the football field. But Sac City likes to throw the ball too. They have a ground game. We're going to see that tonight, but Sac City's not afraid to throw. We're going to see two great quarterbacks, and these are two quarterbacks from our local area, which makes this game so much fun. Both teams' rosters are built up of tons of local kids that I've had a chance to coach against in the past 5 years. So this is one that I've been waiting to see.
Star power at the quarterback position, to be sure, but lots of good talent on both clubs, and the similarities we spoke of. Both clubs dropped their first two, then won their next two to even their slate. They both played the same type of defense, and as you said, Mike, wide open passing game that puts points on the board. As a matter of fact, the similarities extend to the state rankings put out by the CCCAA, and as we can see here, Mike, both clubs on the way up.
Well, you know, we have just great junior college football in our town. We're lucky here in Sacramento. Sac City is 9th now in the state from 11th, and Sierra College has moved up to number 11th from 12th. This is a big game for the state of California.
Well, the similarities continue. Common opponents also striking a consistent chord here with both of these ball clubs. 2 of the 4 games each have presented a common opponent, and you can see there the outcome.
Both teams are real equal in this game. That's what I think makes it so intriguing tonight.
Well, let's take a look at the last time these two teams met about a year ago. A cliffhanger, a one-point decision decided not until the very end, and a real squeaker there for Danny Walker's ball club. Tough loss for Ben Noonan's outfit.
Special teams, and I'm sure Coach Noonan has really ingrained this in his players this week, that this has got to be a clean night on the special teams.
Well, the last outings for these two clubs were bountiful. Victories for each squad, and you can see there that those wins put them both at 2-2, Mike.
That's right, and they're getting ready for league play in a week, so this game is going to really shoot one of these teams off in a great position to start league next week.
Well, the impact players are going to have to come through big on both teams. They really have to step it up and lead the way. And as far as Ben Noonan's Sierra Ball Club, the stalwarts have to show up big, and they're going to be led by a dynamite quarterback in Joe Curry. We'll amplify on him more later. A very solid ground game anchored by Graham and William Bracchini will expand on his individual scenario as well, but there's a tough 6 right there for Sierra College to lean on tonight.
Now for the home team, Sacramento City Panthers. They're going to rely heavily on quarterback Jaden Machado. He's out of Elk Grove High School. He's a sophomore. He had a terrific first year here for the Panthers last year, and he's looking to build on that tonight. He is protected by Big Garen Harris, sophomore, offensive lineman number 56. And then they will be looking deep to Jonas McMillan. He's a sophomore wide receiver. And one of their top defensive players is Armand Ewing. He's a sophomore out of Christian Brothers. Currently leads the team with 16 tackles, 13 assisted. He's a big presence as a linebacker in the middle of that defense, followed up by Alexander Rowe and Uriah Ports, who's a freshman DB. Uriah's going to be pretty busy tonight, I think.
I would think so. He's got his hands full against the air raid. Take cover. Don't wander off. When we come back, we'll join our partner, Lauren Goodman. She has a lot more on tonight's big matchup. Stay with us.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome aboard. Nice to have you with us for Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. We got a doozy here from Hughes Stadium and Community College action. Host Sac City taking on the invading Sierra College Wolverines. Both clubs tied at 2-2. This is their final non-conference game, and certainly both coaches, Danny Walker of Sac and Sierra's Ben Noonan, would like to enter league play on a positive note. Let's check out our partner down below. Lauren Goodman has plenty for us on tonight's big game. Lauren?
Well, for our coaching counterparts tonight, Will, for the visitors, we have Ben Newman. He's in his 6th season with Sierra. He had his best season in 2015, where he won the state Center Bowl. And he's had a plethora of great talent around him. He's had 2 All-Americans, 4 All-State. He's also had 6 NorCal All-League sections, so he has been putting up and racking the career over there at Sierra, as well as he's had several All-Americans on his roster in the past 3 seasons. So Ben Newman is ready to lead the Wolverines in tonight. For the home team, we have on the other side Danny Walker. Now, Danny's in his 8th season with City, and he had his best season last year. Now, they started off with a 6-0 strong start, but they ended up finishing 8-3, and now they had last season 9 Panthers selected to the all-conference team, as well as they got an opportunity to defeat SF City down there in their home. So these two coaches know each other very well, and they have a long history, Will. They're very familiar opponents. This is their 6th meeting tonight. The Panthers lead it with a 4-1 lead coming in. The last time that the Wolverines got it, or the only victory the Wolverines got, was a landslide 42-16 over City, actually on this field in 2013, 2016, and 2017. There was overtime thrillers. So these two teams know each other very well, and it's going to be a very even matchup. Fly high, fly scoring tonight. Back to you, Will.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, Lauren. These teams really know how to put points on the board. For visiting Sierra, Ben Noonan's team comes in averaging a shade under 30 a game, and Danny Walker's outfit for Sac City, they're getting just about the same, just a few ticks below 30. However, the defenses are giving up a bit more than the offenses are scoring. We'll see who can apply a little more D tonight, and that'll go a long way in determining a victory for one of these squads. A meager crowd in attendance at this point in time. However, a few fans still streaming in, but this would have to be considered a very attractive game on the community college slate tonight with such high-powered offenses and the recent success both teams have had, winning their last 2 games each to even their records at 2-2. We're going to step back and take a little break, and when we return, we'll brace ourselves for tonight's opening kickoff and then check out our starting lineups. We'll be right back.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Hey, God, no.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early. You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
Excellent rendition of our Star Spangled Banner, one of the toughest of all songs to sing, particularly a cappella, with the range being the key difficulty. Welcome aboard. Along with Mike Johnson and Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James. We are ready to start tonight's ball game. Sierra College taking on the host Sac City Panthers. Both clubs emerge with 2-2 records here. Opening for tonight's action, and we've got still a little bit of bright sunshine hovering in the corners after a very breezy but comfortable day in the valley. 73 degrees at present. That wind factor might intensify. It's a crosswind measured at 14 right now, and visibility clear as a bell. The visiting Sierra Wolverines in their road white jerseys trimmed in maroon trousers and two-tone headgear host Sac City in their traditional scarlet and gold. It'll be the host Panthers kicking off from our right to our left, and unless something unforeseen occurs, Sierra will have first possession high, deep, and into the end zone, and coming out with it now, 3 yards deep. And there's an alley right up the middle of the field. A gutty run back right there. And that took a lot of nerve, but it worked out okay.
And we have our first hanky on the field. Didn't take long tonight.
No, it didn't. And that'll give us a chance to look at this starting offense. Joe Curry leads the state in passing percentage. He's a dynamite QB out of Folsom. Graham, going to want to keep your eye on him. A tough running back, and Zachary has made an impact as a freshman as a big play receiver. And you can see the rest of that alignment. The interior line, they've got a blue chipper there getting lots of D1 attention. That would be Ryan Tantum in that front five. So the penalty puts Sierra back. They're going to open shop with below average field position, 1st and 10 from their 15-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 2 to each side. They stay on the ground and pick up about 4 on a smash off the left side. A look at that defense after the run by Graham. They both play a 4-2-5. Alex Rowe, tough on that defensive end there. And Tamu, a sack leader. The backers, just 2 of them. They're going to have to really be on it, but they're good ones. And then the 5 deep in the secondary, they're going to be busy tonight with pass coverage. Gain of 4, 2nd and 6. Longer count this time. Curry looks left, fires, and has a short hookup, and it's good for first down yardage. And that is our first look at wide receiver Jaden Salter. So short passing game is one of the staples for Curry and the Wolverines.
Well, they can control the ball too through the air. Not everything's going to go long down the field in this air raid. They can really control the style of how they want to play.
We'll get back to that Sac City defense in a moment. Right now, 1st and 10, fresh set of downs for the Wolverines. Quick hitch out to the right side. It goes to Josh Farr, the former Jesuit Marauder. Scampers ahead, and he's near another first down before being knocked out hard. So that defense is on the spot against a high-powered offense. There you see the corners in the secondary and 3 safeties employed as we have 5 deep to accommodate reasonable coverage against this pass-happy Sierra team.
No, and a little note, and I don't know if we're going to see it tonight, but Josh Farr played some quarterback in high school, which means he could throw this ball. So I'm sure they have something in this package where he's going to catch that and throw it.
Quick hitch right side, nickel and diming again. They bite off a little chunk to Josh Farr, and they move ahead for just about a 5-yard gain. We'll call it 2nd and 5 as they move out to the Sierra 41. Just underway here at Hughes Stadium, and very happy to have you with us for this community college showdown of sorts. Sierra and Sac City both checking in with 2-2 marks. Naked backfield, 5 receivers out. Quick hit, another completion, 4 straight completions if my arithmetic is correct. This time the shot goes to dangerous Asani Zachary, number 9.
I know one of Coach Noonan's main goals for tonight's game was completion percentage, and so far, you can't get any better than what we're seeing.
We have a penalty marker down, but don't know the nature yet. Our game referee, Dan Birch, will sort things out. Well, they point the finger of blame at Zachary. Dan Birch wearing the white cap tonight, so there's the walk-off, and it's going to hurt the Wolverines here momentarily, at least, as they walk it back to the 38-yard line. 2nd and 20, it looks like. Or first and 25. Boy, they really put it on them there.
They're going to have to go down the field now. They're going to show us a little different aspect of their offense, I think.
15-yard penalty. And they finally get the chain crew reset. So line of scrimmage, the Sierra 38. 3 wideouts to the near side this time. 3 defenders opposite them. Draw play. Graham, tough nut, hard-working back, picks up about 5. The stop issued there by the outstanding Sac City cornerback Cameron Davis, number 2.
There's a real mismatch with number 18 Salter on the far side against number 2 from Sac City. I'm curious to see if they won't try to go after that here.
2nd and 5. Maybe a little bit less than that. Bobble by Curry, but he grabs it and he gets flushed out of there, and he's going to run it. Hit from behind and slides down just shy of first down yardage. It's going to bring up a key 3rd and 2. And you see there, in on the tackle, as he often is, Armand Ewing.
And we're in the hurry up. Yeah.
Okay, a look to the bench. Ben Noonan, a hand signal for Joe Curry, who's back in the pistol formation. Twin wides, left and right. Outside to the right. Open, and at first down yardage, Josh Farr with his 3rd catch, and I think he's got enough. First and 10. Let's take another look.
You know, something we haven't talked about, the protection's been great. I mean, we always look at the quarterback throwing the ball. The only reason he can is because of his protection up front. The offensive line is really taking care of their job.
4th first down of this drive.
Double pass.
Boom! What a shot right there. You saw it coming, Mike. But I'll tell you, it didn't work. Tyson came roaring up from the secondary and just destroyed the play.
Well, I guess Sac City realized Josh Farr used to be a quarterback too.
Let's take another look, and you're going to see 22 time this out, and solid waist-high tackle right there. So Farr gets another catch, but negative yardage, and it's going to bring up a key 3rd down on the run. A quick throw. It goes to Hassani. Hassani Zachary, shy of a first. He's back near the 45, but that's going to bring up an intermediate. They're going to need to make the Sac City 41-yard line. 3rd and 21. And we still haven't seen that deep down the field throw yet.
No, but it could be coming real soon here.
Again, Curry looks to the bench. Ben Noonan likes to audibilize from there. Again, good protection. Nobody open, though. Good coverage, and he's sacked. But a marker comes out.
Johnny Nolan from Franklin High School on the sack.
To the 39, it's a 5-yard loss, but we'll wait and see about the penalty.
I think that's going to be a hold. Backside.
You got it. So the drive has sputtered and fizzled. They had the ball a long time.
They did. 10 to 12 plays there.
Yes, and 5.5 minutes worth, but they're going to have to give it up on 4th and 20.
Oh, here comes our punt return. I've been looking forward to special teams all day.
Yeah, there's a guy named Jonas McMillan that's dangerous from there in the return department. Low line drive, a spiral to the near side. McMillan hit and dropped at the 25 on outstanding downfield coverage. That time by Sierra College. They were all over that return, and it was Sateki Tupo, the first one down for the Wolverines. However, reasonable field position from the Sac City 26, 1st and 10. And we'll set that offense for you in just a moment. And we've been talking about Jaden Machado, the left-handed quarterback. He's having a dynamite season for the Panthers. Turn and give, left side running. Nice fight there in second effort, but that hole closed up. We got another penalty marker down, but let's go ahead and set the Panther offense. Machado, a sophomore, en route to a terrific season. Roper, the running back, and you see 3 wideouts and a tight. And McMillan is a game buster. That interior line, big beef right there. Both of these squads average 300 to 295. And Poe is the heaviest of that group at 348. So, 1st and 5 on a 5-yard penalty against Sierra. From the 31, trying to get the ground game established. And let's go ahead and take a look at the Sierra College defense that right now is on the spot. There's their front 4, and you're going to hear a lot of Angel Hernandez. He's their sack leader. 2 backers led by the outstanding Amir Murray, and then the 5 deep in the secondary, and that includes leading tacklers Kozad and Brown and All-American returnee William Brocchini. Led the nation with 11 interceptions a year ago. Let's see how his ball hawking is tonight. 2nd and 3 after the 2-yard run. Stay on the ground and knocked down after a short gain. Cunningham.
Little fly sweep there. First time we've seen that tonight. So we haven't seen a pass yet out of Sac City. There we built this up. it might be coming.
Let's take another look at Cunningham, who's got the blinding speed. And Sierra fortunate to seal that off before he could get some good running room. However, it's a 1st down carry. Fresh set of downs from the Sac City 39. Here's a pass, a swing it. And it's number 10 again, Cunningham, but he draws lots of attention, as can be understood. Someone get on him now.
He's quick. Hey. Sierra's defense is quick to the ball. They've got some speed on that defense.
Steve Brown, one of the 3 top tacklers for Sierra, in on that last stop. 2nd and 6 on the ground, nowhere to go. And Kyle Kettlehut, solo tackle there.
I think we're going to get our first look at Jaden Machado's southpaw swing here.
You're going to see a nice solo tackle here. No running room that time. And I'm sure that's rather frustrating for Tyrone Roper. However, we got 3rd and 9. Movement along that line. Machado guns one over the middle. There's a stretched out catch taken on the run. Jonas McMillan with the reception. 1st down, Panthers. Kozad issues the tackle, but they move the chains. Clock rolling with 6:23 left here in a rather rapidly played first quarter. The sun continuing to set here in Sacramento at Hughes Stadium. The field totally covered in shadow now. Machado to throw. Left side, he's got a man open, and again, we're seeing 10-10-10. Cunningham, 3 early touches.
He's been a real big part of this offense. He could break it at any time. I'd throw him the ball too.
Machado, quick release. No pass pressure at all on him. And McMillan the stop. 2nd and 1. Up the gut, plenty for a 1st down. A solid hit, but they're going to move the chains again. They're parked. Spot the football at the Sierra 36.
Well, they are establishing their run game right at the get-go tonight.
The line blocking was excellent there.
They're doing a great job. The running back's doing a great job too. Physical runner.
So it's a 1st down at the Sierra 36. Machado opening it up now. Rolls, looks, fires. Incomplete. I think he just dumped that one. Well covered in the secondary. And good pursuit. 2nd and 10. Again, they were looking for Cunningham. As you see, he's been getting lots of work.
We still have yet to see a pass play over 10 yards. And we're 2 quarters into the first quarter already.
I think there's
It's coming. I feel like it's coming.
A feeling out situation here. We'll see who comes out of their game plan first. Turn and fake.
Here it comes.
Play action down the middle. Overthrown against triple coverage, but Cunningham had all 3 of them beat. All 3.
It was set up. That play was ready to go.
You know Machado would like to have that one again. That was a testimony of speed right there. All 3 of those defenders were chasing Cunningham.
Cunningham's all over the field right now.
Okay, 3rd and 10. Key down. Turn and give. Right side running. Broken tackle and a good gain right there to bite off about 7 of the yards they needed. Tyrone Roper. Gutty run.
Well, we might be going backwards here.
I believe so. Officials conference. They're marking the ball at the 29-yard line, but I see the penalty marker on the 40. 2 of them, in fact, got dropped. So as soon as we get it from our head referee, Dan Birch, we'll share it with you. But I don't know if this is a drive buster or something that's going to enhance this Panther drive.
Well, I think we're going to get a personal foul on the Panthers. That's the 2nd flag. But it's a drive buster if that's the case, because they've played really well up to this point.
Well, I don't know how that offsets exactly in terms of number of penalties, but
it certainly helps Sac City.
Oh, yeah. 2 major penalties offset by 1 major penalty. Somehow that does not seem like an even shake, but with 4:42 to go here, the first quarter slipping away from Hughes Stadium. The Panthers get a break, and the penalties offset. So the drive is alive on 3rd and 10. Here with the football at the Sierra College 36. 2 plays ago, Sac City narrowly missed the long touchdown connection on the overthrow by Machado. So here we go. A little confusion on defense.
We had movement.
Yep.
Ruben Lee was not set. He's trying to get set.
Wide receiver number 21 for Sac. Okay.
Well, we're sitting now in a screen and draw area of the field.
That's what Mike Johnson would call.
Oh, Sierra's got pressure there. They are really fast up front.
3rd and 15 after the 5-yard penalty. Football parked at the Sierra 41. Clock rolling at the 4-minute mark. Beautiful day here in Sacramento. Ideal fall football conditions. Fake the run, look to throw over the middle. Wow, that was well overthrown. Roy Sanders, the tight end, the nearest of the Panthers, and that's going to bring up 4th and 15. And I'm waiting for that juncture where one of the coaches decides to get a little clever and maybe pull a gadget out of their bag of tricks.
Well, Coach Noonan tried to get clever, but it didn't pay off, and that might scare him for a while. Sac City's played it pretty close to their vest on that first drive.
Ortiz to punt, high floating knuckleball out of bounds near the 15-yard line. Very effective, no return. And that is where the Wolverines will take over after they issue a stop. Now, I've got to say, Ortiz is a very effective punter. He's only got a 30-yard average, but out of 31 punts, he's had 7 inside the 20, 6 fair catches, and 1 touchback. So they don't get many returns on him.
No, and that, again, that's a big part of this game is special teams and making it clean. And so far, it's been a really clean game with the specials. And now we're back to air raid, Will.
Take cover, fall out, shelter nearby. Curry, quick shot, right side. Zachary's got room up the sideline, cuts it inside, and makes the Sierra 35. Tyson with the tackle. First down, Sierra.
Zachary looks like he's got Cunningham speed. So we have found our 2 speed guys on each team.
Coach Noonan speaks very highly of this freshman, and we're going to show you a graphic in a little while involving number 1 and number 9, Curry to Zachary. Right now, 1st and 10. Quick shot over the middle. Immediate tackle, but a nice little bite. And again, Zachary has his 2nd catch. Well, Joe Curry, a couple of weeks ago, teamed up with Zachary to have an amazing 5-touchdown pass, 5-touchdown reception combination in their route of West Hills. And most of that was in the first quarter as they scored at will. Open over the middle, big time first down. Nice running room for Kettle Hut after the catch. But amplifying on the Curry to Zachary performance, Mike, I've seen several games where a quarterback's thrown for 5, but I have not seen all 5 thrown to the same receiver.
No, that's your highlight reel in one night. And Zachary definitely had his highlight reel, but you could tell how much that Curry trusts Zachary. You're seeing it here tonight already with the attempts.
From the 44 of Sac City, they keep it on the ground. And Graham, a tough runner out of Lincoln High, draws great praises from his coaching staff, his work ethic, his durability, and his talent. And he's also a dangerous pass receiver out of the backfield. So he bites off 4 yards. We'll make it 2nd and 6 now from the Panther 40. Clock rolling with 1:45 to go here in the first. Look right, now deep, wide open down the sideline, and that one is touchdown Wolverines. Josh Farr, undefended, as they bit on the stop and go.
Well, they have that set up. They've been running that stop route for the last 8 minutes. And boy, did they jump that one.
That is Curry's 11th touchdown pass. And the 3rd TD reception for Farr. On for the PAT, punched. And good, Esparza. Let's take a look at that TD. He looked and looked off the defender. And look who's wide open. Oh my goodness, that's a breakdown. We'll be right back for more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
the visiting Sierra College Wolverines draw first blood. A 40-yard touchdown connection. Curry to Farr and a PAT. And here's the kickoff, taken just outside the 5-yard line. Boom! And a violent collision near the 20, but still on his feet with a durable run back right there for Sac City. I'll tell you, that was some tough, hard running right there.
Reuben Lee.
Yeah, Reuben.
Do you find it interesting that they're avoiding Cunningham on they're avoiding him on the kickoff here?
I think
doesn't surprise me.
Okay, a minute 25 left here, late first. 1st and 10 for the Panthers from their own 21. Draw play, wide open, big gain. Man, that daylight up the middle was tremendous. And crossing the 35 to the 36 on a big gainer registered by Trey Bussey.
Big physical running back. That's how you finish a run play.
First down for Sac City, punching out to their own 37. Gain of 16 yards on the burst by Bussey. Minute to go, late first quarter, play fake. Machado looking, firing long. He's got a man out there, Cunningham. Wow.
There's Brocchini.
That
boy, did he play that well.
Was exceptional right there. There's an All-American, number 3, and he was a prep star at Whitney High as a wide receiver, and as a freshman last year, led the country with 11 interceptions, and there you see he was voted to the All-American team as a result, and that is his 4th interception of the season, along with 1 fumble recovery for a TD, and I think we had a little friendly wager that he might get one of those tonight, and there it is.
And there might be more. It's early.
Well, that was special. Ball was a little underthrown, but great concentration. 1st and 10 from the Sierra 17. Quick hit, left side. Zachary spins away from a defender, and a fumble recovery by Sac City. And they are in business. Heads up play there as Zachary lost the ball, and it was Davis heads up on the play. But what do we have here, Coach?
I thought I heard a whistle. And if there was, they can't turn this thing over.
Well, let's see. This may not stand.
Well, I'm sure we'll get a good view of this.
Yeah, maybe they just disallowed the recovery saying he was down, but here's our call by referee Birch. All right. No fumble. Move the stakes. 1st down. 27-yard line of Sierra College. 29 seconds to go. Clock rolling here, late first. Long count. Curry over the middle on a cross. He's got him again. They're going to have to devote a little more time. There's 7 Panthers trying to take down the little man with big speed, and a flag flies late. Boy, that was some very, very hard running right there. Credit Salter.
Salter's a big physical wide. He's one of the biggest wideouts we have out here.
Wow, 15-yard penalty on the face mask after the end of the run, so a huge turnaround. They moved from the Sierra 29, and they're going to spot the football now at the Sac City 39. And I do not believe they'll get a play off here. There is the end of the first quarter. 7-0, Sierra on top. We'll be right back for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Na 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 na, I love you so. I love you, I love you. La 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 la, la 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 la.
We're here.
Yay!
It's a short drive from your neighborhood to your naturehood. To find a neighborhood park or green space near you, visit discovertheforest.org.
Well, welcome back. Nice to have you with us. We're here at Hughes Stadium. Let's check out Lauren Goodman down at field level. Lauren?
Well, I'm here with Dave Whittington, longtime equipment manager for Sac City. How long have you been the equipment manager, and how'd you get started?
Well, I've been the equipment manager here at Sac City College for 26 years. I started way back, and when I was a student, the high school manager, and I went to a college and did that, and then I worked my way into making it a full-time job.
So what is your daily routine like this fall?
Daily routine right now is I take care of the players, laundry. We maintain their helmets and shoulder pads and make sure that everything is working great for them. And also I take care of volleyball, wrestling, cross country, soccer. Yeah.
So
along with one of my coworkers, Dave Jackson. Him and I take care of all the sports. Yeah.
Awesome. So you have a team with you. Right. What do you love most about your job?
The camaraderie of the student and the athlete. A student becoming a student first and an athlete second. See them, excel on the field, and then also see them excel in the classroom or graduating.
Awesome. Thank you, Dave, so much for your time and commitment to Sac City. We all appreciate it. That's all from the field. Will, back to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lauren. In the midst of the interview, we had a big play on the ground this time, and we had been talking about Ryan Graham, and here's why he gets so much praise from his coaching staff.
Ryan was a great running back up at Lincoln High School of Lincoln.
He was untouched on that play for 39 yards. Great interior line blocking. He followed the blocking, and no pursuit from the secondary.
This is gut check time. And it's early in the game for me to say it's a gut check time, but we're in an area of this football game that Sac City has to do something. They have to answer right now. Sierra's got all the momentum sitting on their sidelines. Something has to be done. Something maybe like a Cunningham kickoff return.
Okay. Grenier's kickoff just outside the goal line at about the 3-yard line. Coming out with a big hole. Nobody there. Let's see the speed. 50, 40. Take it strong. Oh, yes, Mr. Lee. I believe we called attention to their return ability. Isn't that correct?
Well, funny where the momentum has moved quickly back over to the Panther sideline.
It sure did. And Reuben Lee has been one of their top players all season long, and he just got them in a position to chop that deficit in half. Call it 97 yards.
So they're going to have a tough choice the rest of the night now, because I don't know who they're going to kick it to.
Spotted, booted, and got it. So at 14:40, there it is. Reuben Lee untouched so far. Maybe a graze right there, and then straight heat. Couldn't catch him. Quick 6 for the Panthers. So
that's exactly what Coach Walker needed. That's a little pick-me-up for his team.
14-7, and we're just going to keep it right here and get ourselves ready for the Sac City kickoff. And Talk about a gut check and needing to do something right then and there, Mike. I don't think it could have been answered any better.
We talked about it early, right? Special teams. Sierra lost last year on special teams. Missed 2 field goals at the end of the game. We like to talk about offenses and defenses and the strategies and the air raid versus a tight end system. When it could come down to a basic kick return set.
So 14-7, immediate response by Sac City after falling behind 14-zip. They get the kickoff return for a touchdown. And now they're going to put the football in play. Kickoff by Ortiz, short, taking it about the 8. Good running room there. All the way out to the 40 on an excellent run back. I mean, that's going to be some excellent field position there.
Yeah, it's going to come back. We have a hold back on the 20.
Tough luck for the Wolverines. The run back by James Budget, a local product. And that one is a play buster. Okay, the announcement by referee Dan Birch, blocking the back. So Mr. Budget's return nullified. Budget having played at Laguna Creek in Elk Grove. A lot of these Sac City Panthers and even Sierra College Wolverines are from this local area. So the penalty is going to put the Wolverines in a hole now. They're going to open from their 15-yard line, it looks like. 16-yard line. On a crossing pattern, he's got a man open. Short catch, long run, first down, Wolverines.
Little tunnel screen there. We're still waiting for Sac City to do something defensively, though. Hassani Zachary again.
Well, he's tough. He's been open all night so far. And Curry's put it right on the money for him. So the football out to the 28 on the 12-yard gain. Inside running, gaping hole. Graham is off. Can they catch him? No! Touchdown Wolverines, and they come right back and sting the Panthers with a 72.
Well, the momentum did not last long on the Panther sideline. Mr. Moe has tiptoed back over to the Wolverines.
Well, Ryan Graham has lived up to the heavy praises extended by his coaching staff and his peers, both as a receiver and a running back. He does it all for this ball club. So Grenier on for the PAT attempt, trying to make it be 21, booted and got it. At 13:51. And if we look here, we had a question coming into this game, who can run the football? Because the longest runs from scrimmage up until this game and right this moment were issued by Graham, 39 yards, and for Sac City, just 37 on a run by Roper. But the 72 just answered that question. If you want to know where the beef is on both sides, but that 72-yard burst, credit that to Sierra College, their O-line. We've seen Graham now on consecutive carries with no one around him.
No, and maybe that 5 pounds, Will, really makes a huge difference. I don't know if that's the difference we're seeing right now. Graham's better than I thought. Graham is one heck of a running back.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see him have a receiving touchdown tonight also.
I agree.
A 39 touchdown and a 72-yard touchdown. Booming kickoff.
Well, it's Cunningham's turn.
To the 1. The Speed Merchant breaks it outside. And he's finally corralled at about the 45-yard line. One step away. Well, the kickoff return and punt return department for Sac City has been very, very effective this season and tonight. And if you throw in Reuben Lee, with his 97, along with Cunningham and McMillan, now that's 3 long scoring run backs that can really turn things around in a hurry. So we're seeing the best of the best this evening, and we're just early in the second quarter now. We remarked about these two teams that can score early and often. Machado, quick hit, and he's got a little bit of a hook up there.
Well, the special teams have really given their offense great field position all night long. And this is really a time their offense has to answer right now.
So Reuben Lee has the grab, and they bite off 7. We're going to call it 2nd and 3 from the 46. Back and forth. Left side running, gaping hole, nobody home. Gee whiz. You know, the combination of Roper and Bussey.
But I'm shaking my head. We've thought this was going to be an air attack tonight, and we have a ground game going on.
Trey Bussey. Where's the defense? Back to action. Short yardage off the left side on a 1st and 10 from the 21.
Trey Bussey with hard yards. Sac City trying to pick up the pace a little bit here with a hurry up.
Well, they're going to make it 2nd and 6. Out to the left side, a drop.
It's a drop.
Catchable pass, certainly. I think he may have just taken his eyes off the pill just for a second. So
big 3rd down.
Yes.
Biggest one of the game so far.
Mm-hmm. Twelve and a half minutes to go here. Second quarter. Machado flushed. He's going to have to run it, and he gets drilled inside the 20. That was a very solid stop there by Jason Johnson up from the secondary. So they ran the play fake, but the pass rush flushed him.
He's flushed to his opposite hand, too. He's a southpaw, so that's not the best way to roll out.
It's going to be a field goal attempt from the 24. We'll call it a 34. Ortiz, boots, plenty of distance, and got it. At 11:42, early second, Ortiz hits the field goal, and it trims that deficit back to 21-10. So freewheeling offenses, the order of the day, Coach. I don't mind.
That's why you have to love football, though. Came in thinking we were going to see one type of a game, and we've really seen a nice ground attack so far with both teams.
Well, the dusk is making things very comfortable here at Hughes Stadium and around the Sacramento area. Pleasant conditions, short sleeve weather, but cooling down as this game continues to warm up.
And I don't think the wind's been a factor at all tonight so far.
We'll keep an eye on that. Ortiz, a line drive that's going to bounce out near the 10-yard line.
Unforced errors.
Yeah, that does draw a penalty. He kicked it away from budget. So good field position upcoming now for the very potent Sierra College Wolverines. On top, 21-10 here. So at the 35-yard line, the Wolverines open with excellent field position. So far, Sac City has not been really able to prevent anything they've tried.
Well, they've switched from their 4-2. They're in a 3-5 set now, and that's why they're running the ball more.
Quick hitch right side, step back, and slicker an extra yard or two, and they got the play from Kettle Hut. That would be Caleb. And he makes the most out of a 4-yard pickup, 2nd and 6. Working from their own 39, the Wolverines on the move here. Getting a stop on that last Panther drive to hold them to a field goal attempt. Double wideouts left and right. Good protection for Curry. Over the middle, deep slant, wide open on the dead run at the 35. And they just flooded that area, and Josh Farr, with the good hands, made the grab and run.
Great throw, great protection. He's going to sit right in the pocket just beautifully. These young freshman corners and safeties are having a night on Sac City. They're running all over the place.
Gain of 26 on the catch and run. First down at the Sac City 31. Triple wide to the right this time. Curry rolls that way, fires on the run, and has his guy, Zachary with the catch.
Yep.
Nickel and diming until a greater situation presents itself.
Everything is setting something else up.
So a 2nd down upcoming after a 3-yard pickup will make it 2nd and 7 from the Sac City 28. Triple to the left this time. And they run the opposite way with Graham. Big room, right side, cuts it.
We're going to have a hold there at the 10. It's going to bring it back.
Tough luck. That was a well-designed play.
It was. Little rollout draw to Graham. That was pretty.
That would have been his 3rd rushing touchdown of the day and the shortest of the 3 at 28 yards.
And I don't think we would have guessed that at the beginning of the night. Graham with 2 touchdowns on the season.
But I put a lot of stock in the praise heaped on him by Coach Noonan, and we're seeing why. A very good example of that tonight.
Coach Noonan's a gifted play caller. And, I've coached for many years, so you get to know these coaches. He's really good at what he does. I mean, he studied the game at very high college levels, and he's doing a great job tonight.
1st and 10 from the 17. So they don't get the touchdown, but they do get a 1st down and a little nice chunk of yardage there. And they'll settle for the 1st down. Up the gut, break tackles Graham near the goal line. Tough running back right there. No signal. He's just short a foot. I wouldn't mind having Mr. Graham on my ball club.
No, and you're going to see it's his line too. They're doing a great job.
Gee whiz, they sure are.
They're just getting great push off the ball right now.
So a 16-yard burst puts the football with 1st and goal at the Panther 1.
It's fun to block for a physical back.
Well, we got a timeout on the field, and we'll step back for a little break ourselves and come right back for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Staring contest.
You still got it. I know.
Come alive with the forest. Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Well, the visiting Sierra College Wolverines are showing off some dazzling offense. They got the football at the 1-yard line after a 16-yard burst by Ryan Graham. Pop pass wide open. Touchdown Wolverines. Now that was, you said Coach Noonan was an excellent play caller. How about that one?
That's a unique first and goal call. 45, Gabe Thomas, who's a defensive end, snuck in to be a tight end. I was going to say, I don't know if they have a tight end on this roster. Well, that's fun football, and it sure is fun when you're up 27-10.
Boy, I'll tell you, they came loaded for bear. On for the PAT. Got it. Esparza with the chippy, so at the 9.5-minute mark, Sierra back on the board again, and here's how.
So that was Ryan Graham with the pass. So Ryan Graham has 2 touchdowns and a touchdown pass. And a touchdown pass. What a night.
Yes, what a night.
That happened so fast, I don't think we noticed that it was the running back there. They were in a wildcat.
I have to admit, and Coach Noonan is really putting it on tonight. We talked about gadgets and gimmicks and irregular plays. Another quick look. There's Zachary running by, and it is indeed Mr. Graham to Gabe Thomas, running back to a defensive end.
Fun football.
So here's the kickoff. Granieri's kick is a bounder fielded at the 20-yard line. And breaking to the outside. Nice effort there.
Coming back again.
But Cunningham's effort is going to be busted here on several penalty flags.
Well, I think I said about 10 minutes ago, so I'm going to repeat it. This is a real critical time in this game. Sac City has to get their offense down. They have to put points. They're not going to be able to trade field goals for touchdowns all night.
Well, the jeopardy, the specter of the penalty flag right now haunting the host Panthers to a great extent. The holding on the run back by Cunningham backs up. The Panthers are going to open shop at the 26. Right side run, good opening daylight, and a good shot right there and driven back hard. Cameron Nelson with the carry, pounded hard. But he picks up about a 5-yard gain. We'll call it 2nd and 5.
Another physical runner on this roster. Out of Cosumnes Oaks High School.
Used sparingly compared to Roper and Bussey. Machado rolls, fires. He's got his big guy, and it's first down yardage. Sanders catch and run for a first down, and they needed it bad. So he makes the 37 after the gain of 6.
Machado looks much more comfortable going to his left.
Triple wideouts now for the Panthers to the near side. Wolverines showing blitz. They draw and get virtually nothing out of it, maybe a yard. That didn't work on the carry by Nelson. So look at that defensive front for Sierra, how they handled this. They saw that coming all the way. No gain, 2nd and 10. Fake to Nelson, throw over the middle. Wide open and a broken tackle. Lee is off, and he is going to go for 6.
Huge play. There's your comeback.
Ruben Lee, his second big play of the game, including a 97-yard kickoff return.
Real nice pass by Jaden Machado, too. That's a timing pass.
The defender was a half step late closing, and he was able to wriggle off that tackle. 63 yards.
The speed of Reuben Lee. There's a lot of speed on this field tonight.
28-16 now. Panthers trying to make it 17. Ortiz punches it home. 28-17. Another look. There's the missed tackle. And easy motoring from there. Didn't even need that downfield block by Cunningham. 28-17, and the scoring fest continues here at Hughes Stadium as we thought it would.
Well, Sac City's defense needs to wake up right now because they have not stopped Sierra since the first series of the day. And they have to make a play. They have to get a turnover to help their offense.
We'll see. We will see. We did notice, as you mentioned, the one change in the defensive alignment. So we might see some more adjustments, Coach. Set for the kickoff. The Panthers now pulling with an 11 after taking some haymakers on the button. Kickoff short, taken inside the 10-yard line. Decent running room up the right side, across the 30 to about the 33, and good field position upcoming for Sierra as Budget has another good run back.
The Curry Show's coming out again, and it hasn't been Joe all night long. It's been Ryan Graham. I think we all would have thought it would have been Joe Curry all over the place tonight, but he's had it real easy with Ryan in the backfield.
He has indeed, but as you know, Curry's in a hurry, and we'll see what happens here. 1st and 10 from the 33.
Sac City's back in their 4-man front.
They run it. Boy, I'll tell you, that line blocking has been tremendous, and the running backs have done a nice job following.
Patience. That's a patient running back.
Well, this time, Brendan Roquella has the carry. He did a nice job waiting for his block to develop. On the season, he's been mainly a receiver out of the backfield, but he's got a 9-yard gain there. 2nd and 1. Curry wants to throw, and he's got great protection again. Okay, how far can you go? Far. He's near the first down marker and has the first down. Now the former Marauder is doing some marauding tonight.
Great line protection right now for Sierra.
Ball at the Sierra 44. First down for the Wolverines. On the move with 6:50 to go here. Midway second. Twin wide receivers to the left and to the right. They better get this snap off pretty quick here. They do. Curry fires on the slant. Stepping away from trouble right there. And a broken tackle on the run. I'll tell you, Caleb Kettlehut did some beautiful footwork right there on 2 defenders.
But he had a nice little stiff arm on the second defender who shot at his ankles.
Okay, Curry and Machado, they played twice before, once in high school and once last year on these same 2 teams. They're tied at 1 victory apiece. We'll come back to this in just a moment because this is an intense battle, both team to team and individually speaking. First down from the 27. Gee whiz, tough, hard running.
Yeah, little shove. That was a nice little shovel pass right there. I haven't seen that tonight.
Budget. Nice to have off the bench. And they're marking it as a 2nd and 4. Football parked at the 21. A concerted drive, well engineered. There you see Budget out of Laguna Creek High School. Curry to budget, break a tackle, and plunge forward to the 15-yard line.
Just a nice, simple inside zone run. And I would run it too, right behind number 79, 66. These are some big boys that they're running behind right now.
First down carry, and you're going to see the big boys blocking for budget right here. Nice trap block there by 66, Abarca. So from the Sac City 16-yard line, budget out, back into the game, Graham. Curry looks right, pulls it back, steps away, and throws incomplete. The nearest receiver, Zachary. So it's going to bring up a second down. I'm not sure that Curry didn't just throw that to an open space and call it an incompletion.
The whole play seemed confused at the beginning. With budget running off late, Graham coming on late. They've settled down, 2nd and 10.
So they'll try it again, and they send triple wide receivers to the near side. Curry pedals out of there and intercepted at the 10-yard line. And there's the turnover that you spoke of.
That's what they needed right there.
Well, that was, couldn't have timed that any better. Sam Brooks with the pick.
Sam Brooks.
Another look. I'm not sure. Oh, gee whiz, he was trying to fit that one into Salter, I guess. That is what you consider a bad turnover in the red zone.
I hate to admit it, Sam Brooks has intercepted my team a couple times in the past, too.
Inside running, a good quick opener there, and out to about the 26-yard line. Nice opening burst right there by Roper.
We're in the hurry up.
4:19, clock rolling. Bounces off 2 tacklers and finally drilled for a loss. Take that. Well, Roper is wondering what fell on him right there. And
yeah.
His name is Kozad.
Yep. But I'll tell you, Roper lays it also. He brings it. He is a hard runner.
Waylon Kozad, number 10. 3rd leading tackler on this club. 3rd and 3. Key down deep in Sac City territory at the 3:40 mark, late 2nd.
Kozad flies all around the play. I've been watching him the past couple series. He's all over the field.
Timeout taken. The Panthers did not like what they saw, and I don't blame them for taking that timeout.
Well, with 3 minutes left before half, any sort of points right now would be just huge for Sac City. Gets them to a 1-possession game coming out, and they have the ball coming out, so they could run the nice 2-for-1 if they want to here, if they play this thing right.
Pretty cagey, Coach. And that's what you did a number of times every week at the helm of the Franklin team that you guided to such success. And nice to have you with us in the broadcast booth this evening.
Nothing's nicer than being the guy that second guesses other coaches now, because I've been second guessed a lot in my life.
Well, I guess it goes with the territory.
It does. Big play right here.
They fake the handoff, throw the slant, and they've got to hook up in a first down to the big guy,
nice
Roy
play
Sanders.
Call. Nice play call.
So they put it at the 37. Clock continues to roll. 3:15. There's sufficient time on there for the Panthers to get down the field. but they don't want to dally too much. Double wide to the left. Quick opener. Could not get away. Roper dropped after a decent run of about 4.
A little too dancy. I'm surprised because he usually finishes the plays. He got a little excited.
Still a gain of 4. 2nd and 6 from the Panther 41 at the 2:40 mark.
Still no urgency here.
I think we might see the urgency on this play. Sweep right, big hole, first down Panthers, hard charging Ty Roper. So they get into Wolverine country at the Sierra 46 with another first down, but time getting tight as we're nearing the 2-minute mark. And it's taking some time to get those plays in from the bench.
Now they are. They have 2 timeouts sitting on the clock right now. So does Sierra.
Roper, boom. Good bite of about 7 yards up from the secondary to finish that off. Tough Steve Brown, number 7, with a hard shot.
This is where the pace needs to pick up right here.
2nd and 3 after the 7-yard burst. Football at the Sierra 39. Minute and a half left, clock rolling. Fake the give, throw low, incomplete. He didn't really have his weight set on that one.
No, he threw that off his back foot. But it did stop the clock.
And it's going to bring up a 3rd and 3. Let's look at that defensive unit. Gabe Thomas, who you saw catch a touchdown a while ago. And a timeout taken here. During the half, we want to remind you that our Lauren Goodman will be interviewing the head coaches of our ball clubs tonight. That would be Ben Noonan of Sierra and Danny Walker of Sac City right now. Visiting Sierra on top 28-17. Both clubs entered play at 2-2. Well, Jaden Machado has had a terrific season thus far, and you can see the numbers that they do not lie. That 144.3 on the quarterback rating is and in 4 games, I'd say 1,082 yards passing is commendable.
Very impressive. Plus, he's a great leader on this team.
Jaden Machado calling out signals now. They keep it on the ground, trying to get outside, and they got a first down, and let's see if he got out of bounds. No. Now they're stopping to move the chains. So a minute 19 left. I'll tell you, Tyrone Roper is earning his keep.
No, he is. Are you getting the feeling we have a play action coming? This thing, it's being set up. You know they're going to take a shot at this end zone.
Yes, here it comes. Machado over the middle, short, incomplete. That play did not look in rhythm. So they had gone to their big tight end, and Sanders now injured on the play, trying to get to his feet and cannot. No, not Sanders wasn't injured. Sanders was the target, but had one of the...
Amir Murray was down.
Yeah, and they cannot afford to lose. I mean, he's Sierra's top tackler.
Yep.
And top defender. He came in with 45 tackles, 2.5 sacks, and an interception. So it looks like he's trying to shake it off. Don't know if that was cramping or a twist. Better get hydrated, big guy.
So you have your top middle cover guy that just walked off the field. What do you call coach?
Let's go to the middle. Let's go to the middle. All right.
Let's see what they do.
Well, Austin Bays in to replace him. 1:03 left. Quick shot. Broken up. They wanted to go to Sanders there.
Again. Sanders has been a big guy for them this quarter.
That was a well-timed hit right there. And another timeout called, and it stops the clock at 57, but that was just like a short hook route there that I don't know what that was going to give them necessarily.
Yeah, to get them closer to a field goal. If they're thinking field goal, I get it. That would get their kicker a better shot. And the ball was a good ball. Sanders just tried to run a little quicker. He got excited. But they're going to need to get this at least a good 10 to 15.
I think it might be Jonas McMillan time. Machado flushed and throws on the run. Broken up and nearly picked. Kozad.
Machado had yardage in front of him.
I'm shocked that he didn't run it.
I'm shocked he didn't run it. He had an easy 15 yards.
He could have maybe scored on that, depending on how.
I hope we get a replay on that because I felt the same thing. There was nobody in front of him.
Let's take another look. The field is wide open, and it looked. See, there's nobody there.
There's nobody in the screen except for Kozad.
They were going for Jonas McMillan there. Kozad, can't believe he didn't grab that. So the Panthers, they call another timeout. They still have a chance to get on the board. There's still nearly a minute left, but now they're at 4th and 10. What's your call, Coach?
Well, I have a little fear right now also because if I don't get this, I have Sierra with an explosive offense sitting on 2 timeouts, and they could get down that field awfully quick. And the last thing I want to do is lose the momentum I've currently built going into halftime. I get the ball at half. So this is a gutsy call. This is a gutsy call.
Well,
56 seconds and 2 timeouts in the air raid. It's a lot of time.
It is. Now the Panthers are out of timeouts. They need 10 and have nearly a minute to make something happen on 4th down. Are we talking Hail Mary here or just the 10? Triple wide?
No, I'm thinking the 10 over the middle. Again, they've got to try to get over the middle.
Here we go. Machado over the middle. There's a catch and a first down. Mike Johnson with the crystal ball, and it's Lee again. Reuben Lee coming up big.
Now they need to hurry right now. They got to get on the ball. There's no timeouts.
They're right at the 20-yard line. 1st and 10. Right side run. Here he comes. Chopped.
He's got to try to get out of bounds, though.
Boy, I'll tell you, Steve Brown was tough on that tackle because Roper doesn't go down easy.
No, and I think you're going to remember every tackle on Roper tonight.
Brown, tough customer there in the secondary. 30 seconds to go. Over the middle. And
yeah, it's complete down to the 2.
Yes, it was. They went to Roper on the play, huh? Okay, here we go. He's going to run it.
Great call.
Touchdown Panthers as Machado.
No, he got in.
Runs it in from close range.
Great call.
Masterminding from Danny Walker and the Sac City Brain Trust pays off big there, and Machado with the skill set to get it done.
Made that harder than he had to. He could have just held the ball 3 plays earlier and run it in.
So Aaron Ortiz trying to clean up the PAT. Blocked. Ooh, that's the fate that has befallen Sierra each of the last 2 years. So they settle for the 6 on the scoring run, and here's how the Panthers got it done. Machado faked it and ran it home. I don't know.
Oof.
Down at the 1-yard line looked like to me, unless I got no retinas in my eyes. We'll just keep it right here for the moment.
That's why there's no instant replay in junior college football.
Isn't that something? So 28-23 after the TD run, but the blocked PAT leaves them shy. Another look at the Machado keeper. I really don't know how they can say that was in the end zone unless I'm missing something there, Coach. Another look. Now, was he down outside the goal line?
This is the view right here that will show it.
Yes, it is. Okay, here he comes. Slow motion.
Oh, no, he crossed. The ball crossed before any of the body.
Okay.
And I think that's what they're going to go by.
Once
the ball crosses the plane.
Bounding kickoff. Taken back. Good hard running across the 40. And Josh Cannon.
One play for the air raid.
One play for the air raid. And let's see what Coach Noonan comes up with. Things have tightened up. 28-23, the pass interception, the big turnaround down here to thwart a red zone threat by Sierra. So, you know, could have been a 14-point, 13-point swing. Curry. A lot of time. Now he's going to be chased, and that will do it. We are halfway home, and we got a ball game as we thought we would. 28-23. These teams both scoring at a clip of at least 30 a game, although the last 2 weeks they've both been averaging better than 40. And well on their way to eclipsing those totals if they can have a similar second half. We're going to keep it right here because Lauren Goodman will be having a little chit chat with Coach Danny Walker. Okay, Lauren, what you got?
Well, Coach Walker, the first half was full of ups and downs, kind of finished on the upside there. What did you see positive out of your team?
Just the ability to rally back, the ability to stay strong, stick to the game plan, not press too much to where we get out of ourselves, and just keeping the composure. That, you know, it's good to see the young men respond to a little bit of adversity.
Now you had a balanced attack there, going in the air, also getting it on the field, on the run. What do you see that your team needs to improve on to come out in the second half with better energy and better enthusiasm?
Mainly just effort, you know, kind of focus on who we are and what got us to this point, you know, from a philosophical standpoint of effort, intensity, assignment sound, you know, just getting back to those elements of the game. And I think we can be pretty successful in the second half if we can realize and understand that and bring that back out.
Thanks, Coach. Good luck in the second half. Back to you, Will.
Okay, Lauren, thank you very much. Danny Walker, optimistic, and a good example to follow for his team. Trailing big there for a while, but tightening things up. So with that in mind, we don't want you to wander off because we're going to come back soon with a lot more of the Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Sierra College 28, City 23 right now at the half, and I'm here with Mitch Campbell, the dean and the athletic director. How did that happen?
Well, at the community college system, we wear a lot of hats, all of us. So, yeah, it's the dean athletic director title.
So tell me some of your daily roles as the dean.
Well, we have 17 intercollegiate sports. We have 18 full-time faculty, I remember, so we're kept very busy. We've got a ton of programs going on, a ton of students, a ton of classes that we offer for a variety of subjects. So there's never a dull moment, and there's plenty of things to do, that's for sure.
Okay, so what is your roles and responsibilities as an athletic director in helping City grow and expand?
Well, our college is always looking to do that, and athletics has been a great asset to the college in many ways. Our student athletes outperform non-student athletes academically, and so we really promote that end of things, and our student athletes succeeding both on the field, of course, and in the classroom. It's critical.
As an athletic director, of course, you think home is always special and important, but tell me some things that City Athletics offers individually, or maybe something different that other schools don't offer.
Well, for starters, we have tremendous facilities. Hughes Stadium is one of the great venues in the entire country for community colleges. We're hosting the Community College State Championship this year. We have a great baseball field, great softball field. More importantly than that, though, is our dedicated coaches. We have a high percentage of our coaches that are full-time. And like I said, really emphasizing the student-athlete aspect of what we do. It's of critical importance. We're competitive, we want to win, but the bottom line is that our student-athletes progress academically and get on to the next level.
As a key role here at Sac City, where do you see the future going for athletics and as well as for the school?
Well, I think athletics within the state is really in a great position. We have a great product. Community college football, basketball, baseball, many of our sports is really high level. And so we do think that there's a potential for growth just from an interest standpoint. So happy to have you all here. Come back anytime. But it really is keying in on that student-athlete aspect. That's not just getting scholarships and going on to the next level of play, but all of our students outperforming and really setting themselves up to, for a career, whatever that may be. First to get their education taken care of and then have a great career.
Thank you so much, Mitch, and we'll be right back to you. We're at Hughes Stadium.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job!
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe.
those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
We are at the intermission in the Big House, Hughes Stadium, the site for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. With Mike Johnson, I'm Will James, and we have had a very colorful, if not electrifying, first half of play between Sierra College and host Sac City. Both teams 2-2 coming into this game. High-scoring outfits, and certainly nothing has disappointed us, and there haven't been any surprises as far as the production we predicted we would see.
No, exactly. And a lot of the production's coming on the ground, and maybe that is a little bit of a surprise for us coming in thinking we were going to see this air raid offense, and Sac City could throw the ball too, but it's really been the run game that's dominated the time of play on offense.
Well, individually speaking, team-wise, the rushing totals have been outstanding considering it's one half of play. For visiting Sierra, the outstanding Ryan Graham has 7 carries for 168 yards, and that has included touchdown runs of 39 yards and 72 yards and a 28-yard TD that was nullified on a penalty. He has taken advantage of that superior line blocking and made the most of it.
Well, that's an average of 24 yards a run. There's not many backs that have stats like that in a half. So I'm sure Danny Walker and Sac City currently are drawing up some way, because I'm telling you, if you're going to have a game plan, you need to stop Ryan Graham. I mean, you need to slow him down.
And he has yet to get a reception, but he is an outstanding receiver out of the backfield. I'm looking for him to get a couple grabs in the second half. Now, staying with the ground game scenario, Tyrone Roper of Sac City, Panthers top back, he has had tough runs every time he's carried, brutal runs, 10 carries for 55, and he has really been responsible for allowing them to maintain a balance, while Machado has yet to get into his groove.
And Machado hasn't had to get into his groove. He's been benefited by very good special teams play with City. And Tyrone Roper basically put his entire offense on his shoulders on that last drive to get them down to that 2-yard touchdown by Jalen Machado. That was him. And I mean, on the ground game in a 1 minute, 2 minute drill, which you don't see a lot of. My guess is that Machado's going to warm up here in the third quarter. You know, he's going to get the ball coming out at half. If I'm his coach, I'm putting him in the air a little bit here. He needs to get hot.
Well, there you see part of the crowd here at Hughes Stadium bundling up a little bit. That'll give you an idea that actual fall football conditions are starting to take hold in the Sacramento area. But the action on the field has been hot, if not torrid. Lots of players having big games, and certainly the scoring pace that both of these teams have had the previous 2 weeks has maintained itself, if not surpassed.
No, I think we're going to see it continue here. I don't think either of these teams are going to be content running the ball through the next 2 quarters. I'm just excited. We have a really good game here right now. There was a moment there where I thought if Sac City didn't answer, we were going to get a runaway blowout. But, boy, they answered. And I'll tell you, it all started at the turnover down at the 10. That changed the whole outlook on this game. They needed that. I mean, in reality, that was a 14-point turnaround in the game through about 3 minutes and 45 seconds left in the game. Huge for City.
No doubt. That is precisely the jump start where that happened after the interception. And from that point, the momentum was tremendous. And the answer guy, the answer man, Reuben Lee, on 2 occasions turned in tremendous touchdowns, covering 97 on a kickoff return and 63 on a catch and run to provide instant scoring and answer the second quarter touchdowns of Sierra.
No, he did. And, Sac City also has another player we have not talked about at all in Jonas McMillan. Super quiet, no receptions right now. And I'm just starting to wonder if we're going to see him emerge here in the second half.
I wouldn't be surprised. There's going to be just adjustments and counter adjustments, and we'll look forward to calling those out for you. But we're going to step back and take a little break right now and return for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week momentarily. Stay with us.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things.
2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks.
Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh, no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator.
My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Well, we are approaching second half action here at Hughes Stadium in tonight's big community college matchup. As you see there by the numbers, lots of scoring so far. We expect that to continue in the second half, but right now the Sierra College Wolverines have the upper hand for first half touchdowns, and as Mike Johnson stated earlier, it looked like they might be pulling away into an insurmountable lead, but the interception turned things around, and then Reuben Lee took it upon himself to show the way with those big scoring plays. But what has happened here tonight in a special team breakdown is what had victimized Sierra College each of the past 2 years in identical 21-20 losses. Missed extra points, But at the end of the half, after the Machado touchdown run, a botched PAT attempt there. Let's see if that's a difference. Let's check in with Lauren Goodman.
Well, I'm here with Coach Ben Newman. Coach, came out big. How do you feel about your team right now?
I feel good. That last drive they got on us, we'd like to have kept them off the board right there. We dropped an interception, then we tip a ball, and it gets caught for a first down on 4th and 10, and then they made the most of it and got in the end zone, made this a ball game again. So we just want to come out the same way we started, fast and playing good defense. We got to tighten up our kickoff unit. Our kickoff coverage is bad right now, and we got to tighten it up. And we've been good at it for most of the year, so that's a little disappointing to see that. They have the #1 kickoff return unit in the state of California. We know that. Cunningham's good. The other guy's pretty dang good too.
Coach, now you've been keeping it creative with the play calling and keeping them on their toes. How much is that going to play a role into your success in the second half?
I think we can't just get one-dimensional. We can't just be throwing the ball. We can't just run the ball. We've got to keep them off balance, as you said. Stay balanced with our play calling. Coach Diaz is doing a phenomenal job, our offense coordinator, mixing things up, and yeah, it ought to be interesting.
Well, Coach, good luck in the second half.
Thank you.
Back to you, Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Coach Ben Noonan, always a joy to be in his presence, a heck of a football guy. And both clubs now back onto the field following their intermission. As you see there, that flag has been dancing since we got here several hours ago. Still comfortable, however. The breeze has not increased, and just ideal weather conditions here in the capital city. I think we might have had a full moon last night, but that one looks pretty full tonight. And
this is football weather. I look forward to this part of the season.
I know you do, and this is your first year removed as the former and highly successful Franklin High coach. It kind of looks like you're enjoying yourself, Coach.
Well, the stress level has decreased immensely. I could tell you that. And I feel like I have a little bit of my life back, and it gives me a chance to do things and visit my kids in college, and maybe go catch a college football game here and there that I have not been able to do in the last 25 years. So I think I put my time in, and I've earned a little bit of this free time.
Good for you. Good for you. Enjoy yourself, and it's a pleasure to have you in the booth tonight. Of course, the Imperator, Jim Domino, away on special assignment, but we're most fortunate to have you with us calling things right here in tonight's community college matchup. Both teams on the field for the kickoff, and as Mike mentioned, the host Panthers will receive the kickoff, and this would be a time to see what the brainstorm in the locker room has in mind for this first possession.
Well, I don't think you're going to see a ball go in the air on this kickoff. It's they're going to fire this thing onto the ground, and hopefully it bounces around to one of these three gentlemen in the middle of the field and not the speedsters in the back.
Well, the returners have been active. Cunningham's had 63 return yards, and Reuben Lee 114, including a 98. High, short, at the 14-yard line. Lee working right and gets dropped on a real nice ankle tackle there. Go low, my friend, go low.
He had a wedge set up on the right side. That's a great tackle. That's a saving tackle.
Well, it was a saving tackle, and made by Chancellor Fields Colbert, or Lee would have had another big return there. You see Danny Walker concerned there. As we are ready to open third quarter action, nice to have you with us. Settle in. You're going to see some fireworks, and we'll see who puts them up. Right now, host Panthers in possession, but trailing it here, 28-23. Turn and give. Well, they stay with the ground game as they did when they opened their first possession. This time they go to Trey Bussey.
Well, I would be content running the ball too if I average 5 yards a run.
So they pick up 5, as you say, 2nd and 5 from the 25. Machado's going to throw deep over the middle. And a penalty marker comes out.
Like the call. Second down. Really like the call.
Yeah, I think Bracchini kind of clipped him and broke his stride there. There you see William, number 3, an All-American safety. And let's give credit to that back judge. Well, there you see it. Okay.
That was aggressive. I like the call.
Play fake. And there's the accidental trip. That was inadvertent. And a penalty. No, they're going to put him at the 40-yard line. First down.
Hard running.
Boy, you're not kidding. He is, between Bussey
and Roper.
And Roper. That's a nice tandem right there.
It is. Back in the hurry up.
Gain of 7, 2nd and 3. Big hole right up the gut. First down as, man, that offensive line just blasted that open and Bussey roared through there. Hurry up offense, but they're waiting for the chains to be reset. And we've got evidently an injured player.
Yeah, Sierra, the free safety, has yet to stand up from the hit.
Well, they're looking at Jason Johnson, showing attention to his left leg, and he's going to come out of the ball game walking very gingerly. He might have got rolled up on that last play. So, new man in the secondary. First down from the Sierra 45. Machado on the run, out of bounds, incomplete.
Going to his right. So they are letting Machado throw a little bit more right now, trying to get him going.
Well, we talked about Jonas McMillan having virtually no impact in the first half. He's out wide to the right. Over the middle, wide open, big running room. And that is going to be
take him down.
Down Sanders.
Is it me or did Roy Sanders have some afterburners?
44 yards. And the Panthers have their first lead. (29-28). PAT upcoming, apparently. Ortiz. Reliable, steady, Pooch.
Here's your chance to go for 2 if you want to get back to where you should have been.
I see a penalty out here on the 5-yard line.
Call the offense up. I like the call. If I had Roper and Bussey, I'm calling the offense up.
Well,
I guess they're not.
They apparently are just going to stay with
They had them ready to go.
Mm-hmm. Well executed that time and got it at 13:31. Here's how the Panthers take the lead. Sanders uncovered, wide open, and the big guy can motor. We'll be right back for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
40% of businesses never recover after experiencing a major disaster. Make a plan at ready.gov/business.
Here's the Ortiz kickoff. It's short, taken at the 11. And a big hole opens up and a reversal here. Broken tackle at the 40 and a hurdle job gets across the 45-yard line on a spirited run back that time. Again, we saw the great effort by Budget.
Every kick return has been a hold your breath play for us tonight. Special teams, gotta love them.
Excellent field position for Smokin' Joe Curry and the Sierra Wolverines. They'll open shop at their own 47. Trailing now 30-28 for the first time in the ball game. Double wide left and right. Quick hitch right side. Nice easy bite on first down. Nice pickup as
Kettle Hut.
Again, Caleb Kettle Hut with the catch. Let's take a look. Gain of 6. We'll call it 2nd and 4 into city territory at the Panther 47. Up the middle. Not quite first down yardage. That play shut down at the 45 on a run by Graham.
That was just a little under his average of 24 yards.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 2. From the city 45. Early here in the 3rd quarter. This is anybody's game. Bobble, look, and fire.
Nope.
Incomplete. Curry upset with himself there as he juggled the snap and then didn't quite have a good grip on it when he let it go.
Big decision. Big decision early in the second half.
What's the call for you, Coach? 4th and 2?
I'm punting, but I also don't run the air raid offense. I'm a tad more conservative.
That's a good reply. I don't run the air raid, but they are not going to punt unless they try for the long count. We'll see. No. Over the middle. Caught and fumbled. Penalty marker out. City's got the football, but we'll wait and see on the penalty. That might have been a face mask.
I was going to say the only thing that could have been there would be a face mask from wrapped behind.
Ports came up with the football, but let's see about the penalty.
So I think the referee threw his penalty flag instead of his marker for the fumble. I think he grabbed the wrong mark.
Okay,
That's
another turnover.
my guess.
Nice grab. And it got stripped away before he hit the ground on good defense there by Cameron Davis. So turnover number 2 for Sierra. Gives the football back to the Panthers. Machado throws on the run, incomplete. Kozad all over Nelson there.
That was not going to go. You know, I saw Jonas McMillan went in motion, and I got all excited thinking we were going to see the first play from him, and they used him as a decoy.
So from the Sac City 38, 2nd and 10. Double wide receivers to the right. Over the middle, broken up.
He's draped all over him, it looked like.
Lee, the intended receiver, but nothing doing in that secondary. Jason Johnson back into the ball game, shaking off that injury. 3rd
and 10. From the 30. A little confusion in that Panther backfield, looks like. Motion from Lee.
Ooh, no.
Oh, my goodness. Ill-advised. Ooh-wee. Colton Allen almost had the pick, as for some reason Machado went to one day on that. It was completely covered. 4th and 10. And that looks like 4 and out if they do, in fact, punt here.
This would be the second punt of the game.
And Zachary, the single safety for Sierra, stationed outside the Wolverine 30. Low snap, he gets it away. Nice location on that.
Yep.
And again, no return. Outstanding punting.
Thing of beauty.
Yep. However, a key stop by Sierra after the turnover does not result in anything. So we'll see what Curry and the Sierra offense can do opening shop at the Wolverine 35.
That possession took 28 seconds. And here we go with Sierra with the ball again. Still waiting for this air raid to take off.
Well, they rolled for 20 first downs in the first half, but not much deep down the field passing. Graham has the pill, and he barges out for about a 3 or 4 yard gain. 11:35, still early here in the third. A tale of two quarters, you might say, in that first half. All the Sac City scoring, all 23 points in the second quarter. Second and 6. Curry deeper over the middle. Got a man wide open. And a reception. Juggled and nearly dropped, but Farr able to hold on, and it had a far-reaching effect.
That was almost the same play they scored on in the very first series with that little stop route and go.
Froze them again.
Yep.
First and 10, Sierra from the Panther 36. Curry wants to go upstairs again, checks it off low. Another catch and run. They get excellent results out of that. And Josh Farr, the recipient again. And a fallen Panther slow to get up over there. Well, the air raid offense, of course, popularized by the Washington State coach, and Coach Noonan likes it a lot, and he's got the right guy for it. Joe Curry leading the state in completion accuracy with a 165-plus quarterback rating. Let her rip. Smoking Joe, Curry in a hurry. Graham, tough back right there. Motors for a first down, getting inside the 25, it looks like, or right on the 25. Move the chains.
And he hasn't hurt that completion percentage tonight at all. At all.
In the first half, he was 20 of 22. And that's going to be tough to equal.
Yeah, I agree.
First and 10. From the 28, left side. Zachary bumped hard after a catch and a short gain. Just a couple out of that. And they lowered the boom on him.
Good physical football. Balin Schumann came in on that one.
So it's a 2nd and 9. Let's take a look at that last sequence.
It's a nice form tackle.
Okay, triple wide receivers to the near side. They run the draw to Graham, and he's bottled up shy of the 20, so it's going to bring up 3rd and intermediate. They caught the Panthers on that same play a couple times in the first half. But
City's defending Graham better this half. Obviously, they've made a point of that.
3rd and 6. From the 22-yard line. Curry broken up and nearly picked.
Boy, they jumped that route. Elijah Ports was all over that route.
There's a look at that Sac City coaching contingent along that Panthers sideline. There's Port right there. So 4th down. 4th and 6 for Ben Noonan and the air raid offense. Okay,
big
here they
play.
go.
Big play.
Curry going to work right, straightens up and throws. He's got a man, and it is Zachary motoring ahead inside the 10 to the 9. Big first down on a 4th down gamble. Zachary, as we mentioned earlier, had 5 touchdown receptions in one game a couple weeks ago. Let's take a look at this.
And he's been quiet. He's been quiet since the first quarter.
They just haven't gone his way, and a lot of that's attributable to coverage. So triple wide left here. 1st and 10 from the 10. Shovel pass. Graham cannot shake loose. He gets a couple, but they recovered nicely on that.
Well defended.
Clock rolling, 7:20, midway 3rd. Sac City with a 30-28 lead, having come from behind to take its first lead earlier in this quarter. But Sierra banging on the door deep in the red zone from the just inside the 10. Second down. Curry rushed hard, steps up, throws to the end zone. Incomplete.
They brought the house.
He was going for Kettle Hut. 3rd down. Well, there it is. He stepped up a little. Oh, that's just a drop right there.
Yep.
A drop. Could have been a touchdown, or at least at the 1 yard line.
Well, he also had the fumble in the last series.
Yes, they did. Now a 3rd down from the 8. Curry looks right all the way, guns it to the corner, incomplete.
So here we go again, 4th down.
So a chip shot field goal would give them a 1-point lead.
And that's what's coming.
Attributable to the missed PAT in the first half.
Which you talked about. It's funny how those come back to bite you.
Well, there you see Kettle Hut sprinting off the field. He's had 2 rough plays there that did not help his ball club any. So the field goal attempt will come from the 16-yard line. We'll make it a 26-yarder. Dominic Granieri to do the booting. Marcus Ante, the holder. So the football gets away. I don't know why it's rolling out here in the middle of the field, but
timeout.
So they do call a timeout. Coach Noonan wants to get his offense together. They've driven the field after holding on downs with 3 and out. So a crucial play here. This is 4th down. And I'm wondering here, Coach, if he's thinking of an alternative play here.
You know, I think they had 12 players on the field. And that's why he called a timeout. There was some confusion out there, and I think to save that penalty, he called a timeout. Because I don't see an offense coming back out.
A beautiful evening in Sacramento, and the fans here at Hughes Stadium really enjoying themselves here in late September. Okay, spotted at the 16, Dominic Granieri to try to put Sierra on top. Spotted, booted, got it at 6:36 of the third. Granieri a 26-yard, and it's now 31-30. That is a go-ahead field goal. Clutch.
We are right back at it. We are almost all knotted up again.
That was an important drive, even though they had to settle for the field goal. It was big in that, of course, it regained the lead for this ball club that had been kind of victimized by the big plays. And then on that drive, drop pass here and a fumble.
True, and I also think in respect to Sac City, it was a big defensive stop down there. I mean, you have a high-powered offense, a running back that ran for almost 170 yards in the first half, and you held them 3 downs inside the 10.
High kickoff, taking it to 3. Lee blasted hard on a great downfield coverage there. Well, I'll tell you, that was some super hustle on special teams there, turned in by Dale Armstrong.
Well, they've cleaned up that team. Boy, does that look nice.
That fired up his teammates,
yeah,
for sure.
Should have. Good for him.
Well, there's been lots of outstanding individual performances so far in tonight's contest with a quarter and a half to go. So we are logging some notes with the idea that down the road a ways we'll have to pick our players of the game. Lots of candidates. Here we go. First down, City. Boom. Tough, hard running.
And that's one of them. These running backs for Sac City are bulldozers.
They bite off 5. Hurry up offense. Give it to him again. There's 5 more, 6 more.
First down.
Well, Bussey is driving a bus through those holes. Kozad with the tackle, but not before another Panther first down. Machado has good protection, throws. He's got a man out there. Overthrown. Well, again, trying for a relatively unused starting receiver. He went to
Asa One Day
again.
But One Day's being covered up by your guy.
Covered up.
Brokini. I just would avoid him.
So Machado back to the huddle after a quick little halfway burst to the sideline. Boy, they tried the quick play. And here's a scuffle right here in the secondary, and a flag flies. One Day locked up.
We have offsetting dead ball foul. Unsportsmanlike conduct number 3 of the defense. And unsportsmanlike conduct number 11 of the offense. Both of those are their first UNS fouls of the game. Second down.
Game referee Dan Birch with the clarification, offsetting penalties.
Little frustration on the field. Tight game. That's going to bring out some of this.
3rd and 8. From the 30-yard line. Machado over the middle. He's got a hook up to Lee. Big first down as he hurdles the tackler. Boy, is he spirited or what?
He's having a game tonight. That was a huge play.
Yes, it was. 1st and 10.
They're going to settle back in and go ground game.
From the Sac City 45.
He's got the bus back there with him. Why not drive the bus, like you said?
There he is.
There he is.
Yep. They strung him that time. Kozad had the first contact and tripped him up, and a flag flies late. Now, this is the time of the game when these coaches really need to get a hold of their players under control.
Well, and I think that's on the running back, Bussy.
Well, Dan Birch will clarify. You called it. Bussy 23. Let's take another look at it. There's Kozad with the trip and then the double hit, and he took exception to it. Okay, there's a head bump. That'll cost you.
Yeah, he's killing his team. Sac City they're methodical right now. They're grinding it out, using clock, and now he puts him at a 1st and 25, or 2nd and 25. This is not the area they want to be in.
They keep it on the ground, and they get some mileage out of it, but a nice saving tackle there.
Roper back on the field.
I'll tell you, the top defender tackle-wise tonight is Steve Brown. In the first half alone, he had 10 tackles. This is low on the ankles to prevent a breakaway right there.
Nice little zone cutback by Roper.
3rd and 18 after the 7-yard pickup. Wide right. Boom. What a shot right there.
That's your guy.
He is dynamite.
Stephen Brown's one heck of a football player. He's all over the field.
Well, they're going to punt the football here. And understandably here on 4th and 10.
Stephen Brown out of East Nicholas High School.
Small high
but
school.
He must have controlled that team.
Oh, yeah. Here's the punt, high and short. Let's see if it's returnable. No, they let it bounce. I'll tell you, this punter has won me over with a 30-yard average. And
control. He's got great control of the ball.
He does. He does. So no return, but a stop on defense. The penalty, of course, factoring large on that stop. But go ahead and credit Aaron Ortiz for the excellent punt. However, Curry's in a hurry to get back on the field. He's got a first down at his own 27. 3.5 minutes to go.
Screen.
He trapped that. They were going to Zachary on the play, but
no, that's Jailhouse. Boy, they just let that go.
Curry has not been as sharp here in the second half.
You know, both quarterbacks have actually taken a little step back.
But we'll see what transpires. 2nd and 10. They run left. Nice extra surge there. They get about half of what they need. They make the 34. They're going to need about 4 more. Call it 3rd and 4.
Dale Armstrong in the game now. Just makes you wonder with Graham if he's cramping or tired. by far the best running back we've seen tonight.
Oh, yeah.
But we haven't seen him a lot. I mean, right now he's on the sidelines.
Yeah, we saw him.
Heavy.
Yep. Okay, Curry's going deeper. Far unable to stretch for that. Open, though. He definitely had Cameron Davis beat on the play.
Another stop.
Another stop. So both offenses have been stymied. Well, a flimsy 1-point lead for Sierra here. Even as much of a riverboat gambler as Ben Noonan is, I don't think he'll try something here. Step up and boot. Very short and wobbly. See what kind of a bounce it takes.
I thought this was going to be McMillan's big opportunity to touch that football. Didn't happen.
A poor punt there. And it sets up Sac City in excellent field position with 2:38 left here in the third.
So right now, Sac City's controlling the game on the ground, minus penalties. Penalties are the only thing. Sierra really hasn't stopped their ground game. Sac City's ground game has stopped their own ground game with penalties. Do we have, who's back on there now? No, Roper's staying on the field. We're going to stick with Roper.
Yep,
there he comes. And a penalty.
Gee whiz. This second half has been marred.
They're killing themselves
by penalties.
It's going to be a hold on Cunningham.
Holding the call.
Not on Cunningham, though.
They called it on the tight end.
But once again, first down now turns into first and long. Second and long.
Well, they parked the football at the Panther 38. 5-yard penalty. Call it first and about 15. Gee whiz.
Right tackle was not set.
Little self-destruct.
Well, one key with the hurry up is you got to have 11 guys that can hurry up. They were a little slow getting to the line.
Another 5. Make it first and 20 from the 33. You see Coach Ben Noonan with his arms folded along that Sierra sideline, looking on. Run play stuffed. Roper does run hard.
Another penalty.
What's that, 4 consecutive plays? I think tempers are starting to flare here. Again, based on those 2 back-to-back 21-20 losses.
Yes.
I think Sierra came in with an edge.
Yes.
A different edge than City.
Another personal. Well, there's a gift right back to Sac City. Yeah, this was a really clean game in the first half. Very clean. Fast moving, clean game, had great flow, and we're chugging right now. It's clunky.
The defense has adjusted.
Yeah, they certainly have.
Okay, here we go from midfield. Sweep left. Can he turn the corner? No. Blasted hard. Cameron Nelson.
Oh, curious to see if we're going to see Trey Bussey back on the field after that unsportsmanlike conduct. He hasn't been on the field yet.
Yes, very interesting. Machado's flushed, steps up and zigzags for a big gain and nearly a first down, and he did get the first down, I think. Now, that was some nice improvising right there.
There was. I've seen him play a lot, and he can run the ball. I'm surprised he hasn't run more tonight.
They faked it to Nelson. Nice cut back there, although Kozad did trip him up. Good defender. 3rd and 1, turn and give.
Nope.
Nothing doing, loss of 2. And Brown, number 7.
Back in on the. We're going to have a punt.
4th and 2.
Boy, QB sneak could have got that 1 yard.
I think so. Nice effort right there. Watch out now for any kind of a trick. No, play it fair and square, high and short. And it takes
an
ideal bounce. And looky here, trickle it inside, well, to the 5 or 6. Tremendous.
So I'm just scratching my head. I have a 3rd and 1, and I have Roper and Bussey in my backfield, and neither are in my backfield.
We'll take a timeout here at the end of the 3rd and think this over, because I have no answer for you. We'll be right back.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
We have come around the far turn and are in the home stretch here at Hughes Stadium. With Mike Johnson and Lauren Goodman, I'm Will James, and we've been treated to a tight game here. 31-30, Sierra on top by 1 over host Sac City as we open 4th quarter action. Fans delight.
Well, this is why you come to the game, to watch something just like this.
Okay. Backed up deep at their own 6-yard line, Joe Curry and the air raid offensive Sierra on the hook.
We're in Wildcat again. There we go.
Left side running, dragged down.
Ryan Graham.
Gain of a 1 or 2, but terrific D right there. Armand Ewing.
Their top defensive tackler.
There he is, 45. Now he diagnosed that play, and wow, 3 substitutes on offense on this play. 2 linemen.
Curry's back in.
Gee whiz, Graham, huh?
Yeah, well, Sac City's doing a really nice job on him right now. They can't get him loose. We're back in a 3rd down.
Yes, we are. No huddle offense. Big play upcoming. 3rd and 8. And signals from the sideline from head coach Ben Noonan. On the run, incomplete. Going for Kettle Hut. Heavy pass pressure that time.
Well, the defense did what they were supposed to do. Well, what are you going to do here? Are you going to kick? Are we going to kick to Jonas McMillan, or we've been saying the name all day? Is this the time?
Here is the prime opportunity for Sacramento City College right here. A driving punt away from the returner. McMillan shags it and gets gang tackled near the 45. So, good field position for the Panthers. Football parked at the Sierra 44. Early here in the fourth, 13:24 left.
What running back are we going to see right now? That's my only question.
Roper.
Coming in with Roper. Ah, we're coming in with Bussy. The bus is back.
Okay.
So he took his time out. And the bus is back. Let's see what they do with them.
The bus be back. Okay. Turn and fake. Machado to throw. Gets pressured. And he slips away. Big running room left sideline. That's about a 30-yard run, untouched. They flushed him, but didn't have any outside containment. And there's the wheels that paid off right there. Big first down. Here's another look. Good downfield coverage, but nobody home on the outside. Running free. That play was tracked down nicely.
Well defended.
Mm-hmm. The bus.
Austin Bays tracked the bus down.
No gain, 2nd and 10, following the 17-yard burst by Machado. A broken tackle, but a good cover-up. Salvage there, and again, Brown finished off the play. Well, Heacock with
Jesse
the grab.
Heacock, he's a beast.
Here's another look at the beast.
He almost broke it again, too, after this hit. He took that hit. He was... And Brown again, saves a touchdown.
Yeah, Colton Allen couldn't quite drop him. Machado sacked from the backside, doing the honors there. 29, Austin Bays. That was big.
Yeah, that was huge.
4th and 11.
Here comes the kicking game again.
Here comes the kicking game again. Well, they spotted at the 25. We'll call it a 35-yarder. Ortiz trying to retake the lead.
Low.
No good. Wide left. From 35. Well, a reversal in special teams efficiency. The last 2 years, it was Sierra unable to punch in some kicks. Cost them 1-point victories each of the last 2 years. Tonight, a failed extra point, a missed field goal, both opportunities for Sac City, and they're still down 1. From the 20, Sierra back on the attack. Curry looks right. Everybody covered. Throws to the near sideline.
Oh.
Ill-advised, nearly picked.
The linemen are starting to show a little wear. Their pass protection is not as solid as it was earlier in the game, especially the first half. Both sides are starting to show a little.
Tyson with the coverage out there. Second and 10. Play comes in from the sideline. They go with the screen.
Oh,
that did not work. Well, Graham got blasted hard right there.
Samuel Brooks.
Brooks got right in the middle of the screen. And you'll see here, the screen was out there, but he snuck right through it. Got a 3rd and 9. Huge play here for Curry and the Wolverines. They're up 1, but in the danger zone. He's flushed and sacked. Well, again, the big man on defense, Ewing, give him his 3rd sack of the season.
He looked like he had that edge, didn't he, until Ewing showed up. Boy, did he closed fast.
Here's the play. Plenty of time, but good secondary coverage, obviously. And there it is. Ewing said no.
It's another great defensive stand.
So
we have a defensive battle now.
Meager offense in the second half after plenty in the first half.
And more special teams.
McMillan lets it bounce.
It's another great punt. Impressed with the punters tonight.
So good field position, though. Panthers will open up from their own 37. Well, time is not tight right now at the 9:17 mark, but in a 1-point game, everything is magnified. Even a safety would give Sac City a 1-point lead.
Well, we're starting out an empty set for Machado. Got Roper back in the game.
He's got the pill. Big room left side. Cleared out. Brown couldn't stop him. He's still on his feet. A flag comes out. Look at him go. Well, we've raved about him all night. And then you see Brocchini in on that stop at the end, but 2 penalty markers flew near the 35-yard line. But I'll tell you, I would still feel good about having Roper on my team.
That's still going to give him a lot of yardage.
Football placed at the Sierra 43-yard line, where it's going to be first down. So the long run neutralized, but still good shape for the Panthers here. They're down 1. Big hole again. Roper is ripping it. First down, Panthers. 13 yards on the carry.
This is more their game right here with the running game.
That was a gaping hole. Nice change of direction. Machado over the middle, incomplete on a short slant. He's going for Lee, and Johnson on the coverage.
So running backs are out. We are empty. Keep an eye on Reuben Lee. Oh, as I say that, Wildcat.
There he is. Lee gets about half of what they need as he lurches forward. You saw that one coming, huh, Coach?
Yeah, it was an interesting formation with no running backs. I'd go with Lee. Lee's been the hot hand also.
Okay, quick. Do they have too many on the field? No, they're good now.
They got Roper coming back out.
Okay, triple wide receivers to the right. What is this formation?
You're going to have to call timeout.
And there it is. It was a 3rd and 6 play. So they do call the timeout. Danny Walker, you see there with the clipboard. He and his staff are going to brainstorm this right quick. Crucial possession, even though there's significant time left, there's no guarantee they'll get back down here.
You've been living in their backyard all second half, but you haven't been closing the door on them. I think the big question mark here is if they don't get the first down on this play, what are you doing on 4th down? Are you bringing that same kicking unit out again, or are you keeping your offense on the field?
Great question.
It's a tough answer. Again, you hate to leave it on a special teams.
Well, you know, it seems like this matchup makes it be that way. Well, we mentioned it earlier. We're examining some of the possibilities to select our players of the game. Still a little bit early for that, but we've got a couple people in mind. Meantime,
we do.
3rd and 6. He guns it out to the left side, incomplete.
He had him.
Well, 4th and 6. What are they going to do, Coach?
I'm leaving my offense on the field.
All right, there's Machado asking the same thing. What are we going to do, Coach?
And I just don't know if I'd want to burn another timeout right now.
Each team has 2.
They got to go.
They better hustle. 9 seconds left.
Nope.
Boom.
Short.
They're short.
Short.
Boy, I'll tell you, Brown came roaring up and was part of that. And they are busted out on downs. Well, they left their offense on the field. Missed with an incompletion and then short. From the 22.
Real conservative the last couple series. Real conservative. And Sierra can put a lot of pressure on Sac City right now by marching this thing down the field. If they're able to do it, they have not showed the ability to do this in this quarter.
Okay, let's see what Curry and company can do with 7.5 minutes.
It's not Curry. We're Wildcat again.
Okay.
They're trying to get Ryan Graham going like the first half.
And he's out for a good game.
And that might be his longest gain this half.
Tough back out of Lincoln High. Let's take another look at Ryan Graham. Straight Wildcat, huh?
Straight Wildcat.
Okay. So we got 5 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Big running room, first down yardage. It appears to be Graham with the pill.
You want to make a guess? We're going to see a lot of Graham right now.
Move the chains, first down. Clock rolling, 6:40 to go. 4th quarter, 1-point lead for Sierra. It's not safe. Triple wide left this time. With a little more room, Curry might want to go ahead and go airborne here. Nope. As you said, Mike, lots of Graham.
Lots of Graham. They're defending it well. That play right there they scored on in the first half, that little roll draw. They're defending them much better this half.
So it's going to bring up 3rd and 9 from the 34. Well, this is huge. That's why I thought they might throw there on 2nd down, but let's see what Ben Noonan has up his sleeve here.
You know, it is 2nd down.
It is 2nd
Yep.
down, okay.
Oof.
Short throw, complete, in heavy traffic, and a flag flies late.
Flag.
Well, Zachary with the catch.
He had to have had hands on the face mask. That's the only call in that spot.
From Edison High School, Stockton. Freshman flash right there. Well, that was huge, Coach.
That is huge.
Another
see
look.
If we see it on the replay.
Right there.
It was the second one coming in, 35.
Unnecessary.
Yep, he was already down.
Mm-hmm. Okay, it turns out to be a huge first down via the penalty that really hurt Sac City in earlier quarters. Quick hit, right side.
It's the first time Sierra's been past the 50 this quarter.
Josh Farr with the grab. He's had a big game. 5-minute mark. Second and 8. Run, run, run. Trying to get outside, and he does. Graham steps through traffic and almost broke it as he's inside the 30 to about the 28 or 29. Move the chains. One more time. Let's take a look. And they're ready to rock.
Oh, there was a hold that wasn't called there.
So from the Sac City 29.
Heavy Graham right now.
Well, the Wolverines control their own fate here. Graham motors ahead, picks up a few, makes the 26. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7. Clock rolling on. Well, we want to remind you that we will be naming our players of the game, and Lauren Goodman will be interviewing the outstanding players we select in today's game, along with the winning coach. The ballot has been filled out. So here we go. Quick shot right side, a catch and run. Safe plays, time-consuming plays. Josh Farr having a big game.
Yeah, he's...
Okay.
It's a big play right here.
Yes, it is. 3rd down and 4.
They got Zachary split out here. That's who they went to the last time on 3rd down.
They stay on the ground, and they're going to make that first down and some more. Boy, that blocking came through on that play and the one previous.
It sure did.
1st and 10. Ryan Graham with help from his friends up front. Let's take a look. Hasn't been touched yet.
No.
Huge. Well done. So he comes out for a little bit of a rest. Clock still rolls at 2:20. Sac City saving their 2 timeouts.
City's going to have to try to get a turnover here, pop the ball out. New running back.
Yep. Budget with the carry. And we have reached the 2-minute mark. Players of the game for Sierra, number 7, Stephen Brown. For Sac City, 21, Ruben Lee.
Take the ball.
2nd and 11. After the short yardage play, the clock down to 1:35 now.
Coach Noonan's drowning the clock.
So Graham barges ahead. 1:24 left. And I understand the idea about saving your timeouts, but
This is going to be so frustrating for some coaches tonight. The missed opportunities in this game, if it ends the way that it's heading towards here, is incredible in the fourth quarter.
well, could it be any more ironic than should this be a 1-point win for Sierra because of a botched PAT? Poetic justice? Is that what they call that?
Yeah,
kind of thing?
especially in the big house, right? I mean, it's both teams are looking to win in the other team's homes. And we've talked about special teams from the get-go, how important they are. And at first I thought it was going to bite Sierra with the kick return. But this fourth quarter, and this is when games are won and lost, this fourth quarter, Sac City has not been great. They haven't been clean in their special teams play.
Yeah, missed field goal just not that long ago. Here we go. 1:24 left. 3rd and 5. There's a breakaway. Touchdown Wolverines on a blast by Ryan Graham. That was extra effort. He reached back for that one after that leg cramp or whatever that was had slowed him.
What a night. What a night.
On for the PAT. And got it. Dominic Granieri. 38-30.
Well, better play clean kickoff. Now they have. Sierra has. They've done a great job.
Here's the Graham touchdown run. There's a tough customer there, breaking arm tackles like it's no problem.
3 tackles.
Right through them. Now I understand what Coach Noonan was so emphatic about in speaking with him.
What a back. So we've got some interesting little changes on the kick return team that I'm looking at here. So they've moved McMillan deep.
Well,
he's now deep right.
They need all the speed they can get out there.
They're hiding Tavion Cunningham shorter up front. So they've got 3 speedsters on the field.
Lee, Cunningham, and of course McMillan. So we'll see where they decide to kick here. Dominic Granieri to do the booting here with 1:17 left. There's a look at McMillan. And they kick directly
Watch for the reverse.
McMillan.
Watch for the reverse.
Here
Watch
it
for the
comes.
reverse.
Cunningham.
And it did not work.
Well,
I like the thought. You got to do something.
Coach Johnson saw it coming, and so did the Wolverines.
And a penalty to boot.
1:10 left. There you see part of the Sierra defensive unit.
Personal foul, Sac City. That's going to move them back.
Well, the handshake line will be an interesting one this evening.
And that has just bit them. That's the reminders of the middle of the field when a great drive was killed by a personal foul.
So lots of energy now being expended from the fanfare across the field on the Sierra side with 1:10 to go. Machado incomplete, nearly picked. That was William. He almost got another one.
He almost got another one.
He's got one tonight on Machado and got 3 in last year's game against Machado.
And one day just straight stopped his route on that play.
He wanted no part.
He wanted no part of that crossing route.
2nd and 10. Machado gets flushed out of there now, and he's going to have to run for the sideline. And stops clock with 57 seconds left. A little late getting that clock stopped. Well, I might have lost a couple of seconds there, but it's come down to cases here. Austin Bays, 29, who you saw there, had the big sack.
He's come up big in the fourth quarter.
Triple wide right. They run the football left and drag down inbounds. Brown again with a decisive tackle. Number 7, Stephen Brown. One timeout left, clock rolling at 35. Over the middle, incomplete.
Yeah.
They're going to call a penalty here.
Yeah, it's a pass interference. He was grabbing all cloth.
They were going for Lee on the play. This game is not over yet. Not yet. Let's have the call. First down at the Panther 38 with 28 seconds remaining. Very little pass rush. Wide open.
Roughing the passer and tack on another 15 yards.
Oh, hold on to yourselves. Hold on to yourselves. They're going to walk this all the way inside the Sierra 30 to the 28.
Nice play design.
Undefended right there. And how can you let Reuben Lee be undefended?
Reuben Lee.
Brown with a hard shot right there at the sideline.
Reuben Lee having a day.
And there's the final Sac City timeout, if the arithmetic is correct.
You know what? I think Sierra took that.
They may have. It shows still one for each. Well, it's come down to cases, Coach. We had a slower second half by comparison. There you see that excited Sac City sideline area. They've got a chance to pull this one out of the fire.
They do.
Ben Noonan extremely concerned right now. The penalty just hurt his ball club badly, as did the undefended receiver. So here we go. 20 seconds left. Here's the call. Again, no pass pressure. Over the middle, deep. Incomplete.
That's a pretty good ball.
Cunningham, the intended receiver, between 3 defenders, including Brown.
That was a pretty good ball.
That one had extra zip on it.
It did. He put that in a nice spot.
Another look. This was a laser shot. Ooh-wee. Triple wide left. Over the middle, a slant. Dropped. Wow. Lee, who's been stellar all evening, unable to make the grab. Defense applied by Colton Allen. 12 seconds left.
They just need to get a first down here, get a little closer.
Okay, Machado getting the play from the sideline.
Can't afford to give up a sack.
Extra pressure this time. Sack. Fumble. And they're going to call him down. Well, that was a sack. That's the first real pressure they've had on him in about 6 or 7 plays.
They brought it.
They brought it. They needed it.
Yeah, they had to.
And Machado, who had done some real nice escaping earlier in the game, unable to shake loose from that rush. Danny Walker onto the field. 5 seconds left. Timeout, Sac City.
Now you have your Hail Mary. I can't tell you how to impart on your quarterback. You have to throw the ball no matter what. You can't eat the ball on this one.
Ben Noonan circling his defense. He wants to make absolutely certain they are clear on how to play this down.
Well, they chose to bring some heat on this last one, and it paid off for them. It takes some time to get your wideouts down the field. We're at the 28.
So, do you bring more heat?
I bring heat.
Bring the heat. Okay, you heard it.
I bring the heat.
Coach Mike Johnson is going to have heavy pass rush here. Ben Noonan, let's see if he calls for heavy pass rush. It worked last time.
I don't think you have any fear of a run or a draw. It's going up in the air.
All or nothing on this.
5 wides.
They're going to flood the secondary and throw the ball up. Machado to the end zone. People out there. Intercepted.
I don't know why he's going to just fall down.
Another William Bracchini interception. 5 in 2 starts against Machado and the Panthers as the Sierra College Wolverines explode in jubilation and break the 3-year jinx, so to speak, and heartbreak losses. And we see there some extra scuffling well afterward down at the end of the field. Hot tempers, I'm sure, are flaring, and more players are now rushing to that area, which they should not. And it has completely destroyed any sense of sportsmanship in the handshake line.
Yep.
Nevertheless,
and this doesn't do junior college football any help.
No, it doesn't. Still don't know why this mini melee that didn't really get going had to distract. But what a way to end it. Gallant effort made by Machado in Sac City with the late comeback effort, and especially in the first half when they were down big and had 23 in the second quarter to pull close.
Well, they played well enough to win. Like I said, as a coach, this is going to keep me up tonight because you put yourself and your team in a position to win. And really, you don't have anyone to really get on but yourself. And that's frustrating. Sometimes it's easier just to get outplayed by your opponent because you go home and you go, they're just that much better than us. But tonight there were penalties at crucial times offensively, hiccups in the special teams towards the end. This one's going to hurt. This one's going to bite a little bit.
Tough loss for Danny Walker and the host Panthers. A big win for head coach Ben Noonan and Sierra College coming out on a 38-30 victory. We encourage you to stay with us because when we return to our post-game segment, Lauren Goodman will be visiting with the players of the game and winning coach, and we'll have lots more to sprinkle in and finish things off. Stay with us.
Hey, you.
Yeah, you. Getting that college education. What are you gonna do? Graduate and take some office job? Be like everybody else?
Or will you dare do something different?
Like, be a teacher. You could be my teacher. You got the skills. The smarts. Yes, you. You could be the teacher I never forget.
That'd be cool.
Does that corporate job even have recess? What are you gonna make of yourself?
What are you gonna make of me?
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening at Hughes Stadium, where tonight, in a wild one, typical of community college play, visiting Sierra College prevails by a final count of 38-30 over host Sacramento City College. And a wild game it was, a full share of twists and turns, and it went right down to the final second, in which the Panthers' last gasp comeback attempt fell a little bit short. Our players of the game, and we're very happy to announce these names, a pair of them for victorious Sierra College: defensive ace Stephen Brown and running back Ryan Graham, who was spectacular tonight. And for Sacramento City College, the explosive Reuben Lee, who excited this crowd on numerous occasions. They are our players of the game. And Lauren Goodman is standing by with these stars. Let's pitch down to field level. Okay, Lauren.
Well, guys, you see I'm full here with a ton of stars who played really well tonight on the field, and they stood out. First for Sac City, here with Reuben Lee. Reuben, you were all over the field making dynamic plays. What was your focus?
Just to find ways to help the team out on any drive or any opportunity I can.
Now, you were so special on the offensive side, coming in, dunking and diving through tackles. What's your mentality, or what are you thinking about when you're coming out and these guys are just running at you, trying to hit you all full?
I'm just trying to make a big play. Coach said, any opportunity you have, take it. So that was it.
Now, they were trying to go down to you in that last little 2 minutes or last minute you had the ball. What was the huddles like, and what was your team talking about?
The huddle, it was a lot. There was a lot of stuff going on, but we just know that we had to get the play in the end zone. If we just had a little bit more time, we probably could have made the play, but at the end of the day, they came out on top.
How do you feel you and your team are going to respond after this game?
We got a lot of work to do, but, I mean, we're going to bounce back.
Good luck on the rest of the season, Reuben. Thank you. Now here with Sierra, I have two stars that were carrying the load, double weight. So, Brown, you were all over the field on the defensive end. Like, there wasn't a tackle that you didn't miss, and you definitely were laying the helmet hard. What were you thinking about when you were making those tackles?
Shit, I mean, they're running backs, they some big boys, so I knew I had to come in full speed and just lay the load, or else I was going to get it. They was going to bring it to me. I knew I had to bring it to them rather than them bringing it to me. So, I mean, we just had a new game plan, had a little bump in the road this week, got our game plan going or whatever, but we'll be back next week. I'm happy to be on top 3-2, got a winning record for the first time in I don't know how long. Yeah.
Now, in the second half, the defense stood up. I'm assuming you were the leader in that. You were very passionate in leading your team. What were you talking about in your huddles as you were leading the defense?
I mean, so for the past maybe like 3 years or whatever, I know it's been a close game in the fourth quarter. We've always been on top and then somehow find a way to lose it. So this game, that was just our focus all week, not to lose it all in the fourth quarter right there on the last play. And that's what happened again. Close game, came down to the last play of the game.
Now, we all know your offense can score a lot, but how much do you think your defense made a statement today?
Honestly, we had some big changes happen on D, but we really stepped up as a whole unit, had a lot thrown at us, and we came together nicely.
Now, we talked about defense a lot, but on the other side, Graham, you were a power punch. Now, people weren't expecting the offense like you were, came in big touchdowns. What were you thinking about coming out just being an offensive threat?
I was just trying to put my team in the best position to win. We knew we could get it done. We know we can hit big plays. That's our offense, and we all worked together, and we found a way to make those big plays happen.
Now, your line played a major role in helping you find those gaps. How appreciative of you of those guys?
So appreciative. I mean, they paved the way for me, and I'm so appreciative of what they do. They work so hard, and they open up the holes for me, and I hit them. So it's a team effort.
Everybody wants to be an elite player and make that last-second play or that game-winning play. What is it going through your mind as you're coming down the field, marching down, and you score the kind of like the game-winning touchdown for your team?
I just know we really needed it. I wanted to put my defense in the best position to be able to stop them, shut them out. So I just was doing whatever I could to get in the end zone. Whatever it took, I just knew I had to grind for my team and get us in the end zone. We needed it and found a way to make it happen.
Last game before league play, what do you guys see Sierra doing coming up next?
I see big things coming for us. We're working hard every day in practice. Things are coming together. Offense and defense are working together, and you see what happens. Good stuff. So we're looking forward to it.
Thank you, guys. Good luck on the rest of the season. Don't have Coach right now, but I think he's not too far away, so I'm going to give it back to you, Will.
Okay, and I have a question for you, Lauren. Being down there on field level at the sideline, what was the emotion that you were seeing from that Sac City ball club along the sideline as they were trying to drive the field at the end there?
Well, it was started in the third quarter, Will. It was building. Both coaches, especially on the Sac City side, were pressing the line about penalties. We talked about it early in the game, both teams knowing each other very well, and that emotion started seeping out on both teams. Everybody was kind of trying to stay cool on both sidelines, but especially for the City sideline, they wanted to keep their team focused as they continued through. So I also have Coach here from the winning team, Will.
Well, please proceed. We'd like to hear it.
Coach, you're absolutely fine. Coach, you talked about being consistent in the second half and making a spark. Well, how do you think you guys responded?
You know, honestly, their defense really picked it up in the second half, and we were not able to move the ball like we did in the first half. But I was real proud of our guys being able to run the football in that final drive because we weren't throwing the ball very well the second half like we had the first half. They made some great adjustments. Their defensive staff and Coach Walker do a great job here. They kind of figured us out the second half, and that final drive, I think it was just sheer willpower by our guys to get in that end zone and finish this game off.
Well, Coach, it was a clear decision that your staff was making to go to Graham, give him the ball. They obviously made some adjustments. What were you guys thinking about in the huddle as far as coming out and giving him the right plays to execute?
Get the ball to number 5. Get the ball to number 5. That's it. I mean, he's special. He's special. Yeah.
How special is he to your team, Coach?
He can do it all. He's an all-purpose guy. If we wanted him to play defense, he could play defense. But he's a guy in this offense for what we do in the air raid. He's called the chosen one. The running back is the chosen one. You have to block. You got to catch the ball out of the backfield. You got to run the rock. I mean, last week he had 255 yards all-purpose and was the NorCal Player of the Week. And he had another great night tonight with 3 touchdowns, I believe. So yeah.
What's going through the mind of your staff and your team as you're making that drive, coming down? You're up 1. Okay, and you're coming down and making that drive. What's the mentality or what's the thought process of your guys and the staff?
Again, to continue running the football and just take as much clock off it as we could. I believe we started the drive with around 6 minutes, and that's a heck of a drive to end the game. Now, they still had some time at the end, and they made it interesting, as they always do.
Well, we got a question from the booth. Go ahead, Will.
Thank you, Lauren. Yes, I wanted to ask Coach Noonan, in having looked at the stats throughout the season in your previous 4 games, Coach, I noticed that Graham, besides his excellent running, was a heck of a pass-catching threat out of the backfield, and we really didn't see that tonight. I was wondering if that was removed for a specific reason.
Well, Coach, over the last 4 games, we've been looking at your stats, and you've been using Graham kind of as one of those receivers to come out of the backfield. We didn't see that today. Anything you want to touch on that or why that wasn't available to you guys to use?
No, actually, I think the quarterback missed him a couple of times. We had him free release a couple times in the flats, and the quarterback threw the slants, and they were completed, but we fumbled one, and he was by himself in the flat. So we gave him opportunities to still throw the ball to him. We didn't quite get it to him like we normally do, and we hit a couple screen plays, and we missed a couple guys on blocks. He usually gets the ball more on those two. Yep.
So now there's no more preseason going into conference. How do you feel about your team right now? Still early, but how do you feel?
Absolutely. There's some teams, Northern California is like this right now. Last night Butte goes and beat Laney, so there's nobody left undefeated in NorCal football. So it's anybody's ball game right now, and so we just have to come back and understand that was preseason. Conference is what matters the most, and enjoy this, but get back to work and get healthy during the bye week next week.
Well, good luck on the rest of the season, Coach. Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
I feel like I'm back in the Big 12. Take care.
Well, Will, that's all from the field. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Lauren. Nice compliment from Coach Noonan. Makes him feel like he was back in the Big 12, Coach.
Well, what a night. What a night. And, it was a great football. I mean, besides little hiccups here and there, that was a really good football game.
This would be, these teams would be fun to watch all season long. Lots of excitement. And, again, let's emphasize that both rosters filled with Sacramento area players, lots of rich talent in the capital city region.
Well, and I love that, too, and that's what junior colleges should be for. They should be an outlet for your local kids to go extend their football careers. And so I'm really impressed with that. And specifically Sac City here, looking at their roster, because I live closer to here, I mean, almost 95% of their kids are just homegrown local boys. And that's great. Gives their families a chance to watch them still play some football.
Well, excellent testimony for the local region. We offer the tip of the cap to the coaches around the area for cultivating these players and presenting them on the next level. Well, that's the way it shakes out this evening here at Hughes Stadium on the campus of Sacramento City College. And community college football, a thriller tonight as visiting Sierra stops host Sacramento City College by a final score of 38-30. For Lauren Goodman, Mike Johnson, our game director Nick Dunn, and the entire Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew, I'm Will James. We thank you for joining us tonight, and as always, look forward to the next occasion when we can get together. From Hughes Stadium, so long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. Major underwriting support this season for Hometown Sports Game of the Week on Access Sacramento is provided by the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television. And Folsom Lake Honda, a proud sponsor of Access Sacramento's Hometown TV and Game of the Week, and a partner in our community, Folsom Lake Honda.